And I love it, man, because it got me thinking. It got me thinking like I was back in school again. I don't even know where you come up with these questions. I want to know how you do these. You're so innovative. I'm like, look. I mean, your mind is good. Like you say, you're a history teacher, and your mind is going all over the place.
And it's also wonderful to hear people talk sanely to each other today.
You know, I've done everything. I've done, in the 80s, I did Johnny Carson. I did,
Sure.
Merv Griffin. I did it all. You're sheer 9 or 10. You're probably 9.5.
Oh.
10 is, no one's perfect.
You have something amazing going with the show, and you're educating us.
I mean, I've never told anybody in public about that experience with my dad. And on your platform, I don't know why I did that, because it's so comfortable and we're talking about things that matter.
That is a really cool story. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot today.
A lot. And you know what's...
I love the little anecdote of comedy with your would you pay for it? Would you not? That I love that. I love how you added that in.
We want to know each other. We want to know people's stories. That's what TKN does.
First name Michaela. Last name Skinner. Welcome, my friend, to round 2 of the tournament.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Pleasure's mine. Absolutely.
Yeah, this was seriously such a blast. I was so excited to come on here, and yeah, it's been incredible.
It's not like an interview, it's like a conversation with your homie.
I appreciate that more than you know, my friend. I really do. Tretch, my friend, I hope you have a great rest of the evening. Last name Ferrigno, first name Lou. Lou, welcome, my friend.
Thank you. That's the best introduction I've ever heard in my life. You know something? You need to quit the show and be my moderator.
So put your hand together for a majestic, out of this world, one of a kind human being. First name Vivica, last name Fox. Welcome, my friend.
Whoa, that was an awesome introduction. Let me tell you that. I don't think I've ever had anyone read my resume with such flow.
Avi is a poet, but he doesn't know it, but his feet show it. You're unbelievable.
Last name Wilkins, first name Lenny. Lenny, welcome, my friend. Celebrity tournament.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to this. It should be fun.
Damn! You said it just like I wrote it.
You gave me good eargasm tonight, man. I love your voice. I love the things that you talk about.
Yo, this show is crazy. This show takes you crazy places.
I appreciate that.
Well, you're the best I've seen. You're the Michael Jordan or LeBron James, whoever you want to make the GOAT.
This is why your audiences love you. This is why you continue to great guests, and great guests beget great guests.
One of my friends was share about the Tip O'Neill, the Speaker of the House, and what a smooth voice he had. Your voice and the way you project everything and share with your heart and soul. You got an incredible gift.
I just want to do this again and again. I feel like I've made friends. And again, I've taken the competition part of it out because I've just enjoyed talking to you guys tonight.
Oh man, most definitely. This is, this I think my top. Because when you do the intro you gave me, I gotta get to you. I like.
You deserve it.
It really, truly, kind of blows my mind every time when we can get this many people together, thinking, mind melding, positive.
Yes.
Not having to agree all the time with everything, but not getting ugly about it. And not, it's just, I feel like it's a microcosm of what it could be.
Did you have a nice time tonight in the green room?
I had a great time. I can't tell you how refreshing it is that somebody knows what they're doing.
You're a very interesting person. I mean,
please.
you with all this rhyming stuff, you must really put a lot of effort into this, and I would love to read or see something that you've written.
Thank you.
Because I'm sure it's really interesting.
Or not podcast. I guess it's like we're just a show now. You're a show. You're a full-blown show.
I can count my friends on one hand. Well, wait, on one finger. You.
Oh man, thank you so much, my friend. You are awesome. Don't even hang your hats on the past, because if you don't heal from what hurts you, you'll bleed on people that never even cut you to begin with. It had nothing to do with your pain.
All right.
So
Tell him, Robbie. Tell him.
you guys are bringing the best out of me. That is the truth. Guys, Chris, did you have a good time? You've done a lot of interviews. Is this kind of up there for you?
Yeah. I had a great time today, Avi. I mean, because you are engaged in what is a conversation and not a performance.
Scars remind us of where we've been. They need not dictate where we're going. And I think in a way that kind of addresses this question. So in other words, I think it is almost inevitable that there's going to be pain, there's going to be scarring, there's going to be all kinds of this that's going to happen over the course of a life.
She would sit at the kitchen table looking out the window for quite a period of time while the food was getting prepared. And I wish I took that time to sit down with her and ask her questions about her being a child.
All about family, and
wow,
I can tell you, my friend, your presence is a present, because even though we don't know each other very well, starting to get to know you has been a real present and a gift because of the truth and honesty that you share. It makes me a braver person. It makes me a more courageous person, and that's from my heart.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. And hey, if there's anything I can do for you going forward, I'm here. You just call me.
This thing has drawn me out of myself and thereby drawn me into myself. But I learned a lot. And from you, Avi, I always learned something from you.
Continue to work as hard as you can, because by working, Avi, you will keep yourself busy and get used to the grief.
Another trio of questions, now more underrated. We have Billy D. Williams, Italian men named Skippy, or unicycle.
I'm sorry, Italian men named Skippy. Put me away, Avi.
Archie Bunker, the mountain climber, Ralph Cramden, the yoga instructor, or Don Corleone, the computer repair person.
It's clearly an issue with the hard drive.
Oh, I like that.
I'm gonna go Don Corleone.
Avi likes to move it. He likes to move it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going for Christmas. Is it because it does create those amazing memories that I've and Sarge, I know you've been there too, because I've seen you at so many different great events for Muscular Dystrophy Association.
There is nothing that was on TV tonight that even remotely rivals what we did on this broadcast.
Hi, I'm Rick Barry, a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame and one of the NBA's top 50 players. And I'm really excited to tell you about my new relationship in the broadcasting world with the new network.
It's TKN, and a young man named Avi Klein who poured his blood, sweat, and tears into creating this new network and assembling an amazing group of individuals.
Legends from every walk of life who are just bringing their knowledge and their experience and their wisdom, and this is amazing. I feel like this is a cosmic convergence of what is most important to him, and he's such a stand-up guy.
Avi, congratulations. I don't know anybody that can talk as much as you. Seriously, I thought I could talk. You are unreal. What you do it with class, understanding, professionalism. You're simply amazing. I told you that when I first met you. And you ran off my autobiography. It basically was a book. It was simply fantastic. And to think that you do that every show.
Very respectful. And he really connects with the artists and his audiences. And I felt like this guy's on to something, and I'm proud to be a part of this with him.
And I really thank your support. I
I lost my father, and you were the first person to support me in all that, and I thank you so much for that. It meant a lot to me.
The greatest wealth is when you can share it with someone. You can share your victories, you can share your failure, you can express your deepest feelings, but the greatest wealth is to be able to say that I have a friend. And I feel an unbelievable level of wealth. And a lot of that is because I have somebody like you.
You here to win the whole darn tournament?
I don't play. I just win.
Robert, would you like to win this entire tournament?
You know, all those luminaries and athletes and strongmen notwithstanding, the most dangerous place on this show is between me and that prize. That's all I'm going to say.
You're chomping at the bit to get in this thing.
Oh yeah, man. I've been telling you, brother. You brought up some names to me, and I was like, I can't wait. I hope they don't see me, because it's gonna be on like a steaming pot of neck bones, baby. And I'm not playing.
Are you here to win the entire thing, my friend?
I'll just say this, Abby. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Are you here to win the entire celebrity tournament when it's all said and done?
You know, I saw that video package, and I saw a very familiar face, Mike Rotundo, better known as IRS, and he said that he was here for the winner chicken dinner, and I want to take away that chicken dinner. So yes, I want to win this whole shebang.
Because what they say, Efkaristo, Karakalo, we're going to Greece, baby.
I love it.
Tonight, Avi Klein launches the TKN network. It's been over 2.5 years in the making. And tonight, with mystery guests and the big debate, it's going to be, well, let's just say hotter than hell. So don't miss it.
And talent, last name Smith, first name Joe Smith. Welcome, my friend.
Oh my God, Avi. Where did you get all of that from? Oh my God.
Gals and pals, it is a sport of the mind indeed. We call it the celebrity tournament. This is a place where strangers leave as friends, and as you know, this isn't a podcast and I'm not an interviewer. Guys and gals, this is a free pay-per-view, because where else can you watch video packages, have stimulating conversation, and if you're captivated by conversation, this is the right place for you. And speaking of you, you're the engine that makes this thing go. You're the reason why Progresso Soup, guys and gals, is our corporate sponsor. More about chicken noodle soup a bit later. Not here to shill, here to chill, but guys and gals and pals, I want to tell you, we've got Riddick Bowe, 2 mystery participants as well on this Saturday night. Cannot wait, guys and gals and pals, to delve into our topics. But again, we thank Amazon Prime for picking us up. 6 episodes, been a lot of sweat, buckets of sweat doing this. And as you guys know, again, we appreciate all of your support. The suits and ties, Lionsgate, Universal, the people I work for didn't believe in the show because they said there has to be a little bit of controversy. I go, no controversy. What we're going to have is stimulating conversations because we're capable of it. We're going to have a great time, moments of levity as well. And here we go. The TKN Celebrity Tournament, guys and gals and pals. The muscle is the mind. You got to stretch it. 2 out of 3 will move on to the next round of the Celebrity Tournament. Every couple of months is another round, as you know. And guys, the winner grabs $15,000 in a 5-day, 5-night first-class trip to Greece for 2. And voting is a good thing. You're not voting because someone's better. Who resonated most with you when they spoke, when they delved into the topics? Who resonated most with you? That's pretty much it, guys. I want to bring in our participants right now and have a grand old time, starting with our first mystery participant, who's got one hell of a YouTube channel, but not just. So, guys and gals and pals, let me bring him in right now with an intro he deserves. Benjamin Franklin said, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. And that quote epitomizes my first guest because he's a powerful speaker and a storyteller. And his energy, guys and gals and pals, is always inviting. His Jekyll doesn't hide, as his authenticity, talent, intellect, and passion cannot be concealed. As a fellow educator and former teacher, he's taught many how to survive on this planet, which can feel like a battlefield. He was born in Tennessee and was later raised in Cremora, Virginia. As a youngster, he watched a lot of Mid-South wrestling and went to his first show when he was 7 years old. This was back when Mr. Style and Profile and Ric Flair was wearing the big belt that revealed the mighty gold. My guest is thoughtful and recalls how some of his teachers inspired him through the darkness and grim so that he can paint beautiful works of art. like a Morrison named Jim. He respected his teachers, guys and gals, and has no problem reminding the masses that he helped him. They all helped him become the wiser. Case in point, his former Spanish teacher, the one and only Mrs. Kaiser. He graduated from Wilson Memorial High School in Fisherville, Virginia, and later he attended Eastern Mennonite University. And I have pity for those that suited up against his Royals, guys and gals, only to witness his cement his authority on the baseball diamond, guys and gals, where he always got down to the nitty-gritty. As a matter of fact, when it came down to his college baseball career, he was an all-regional, All-American, All-South Regional All-American in 1998. He made the All-ODAC first-teamer in 1997-1998. He holds the EMU and ODAC record for in-base percentage at 49. He holds the EMU record for walks with 63, which gave his team joys and glee. So let's continue this record-breaking party by informing you, the masses, that he also holds the EMU record for stolen bases in a season with 24. Much like yours truly, he majored in history, but he was, in fact, a double major in history and political science. This before he excelled in a sport that was more about compliance than sheer violence. After college, he moved to Portland, Oregon, where his buddy was teaching middle school. My guest would go in and tutor some of his friends, guys and gals, and then something happened. It was pretty darn cool. His teacher's friend's vice principal said there was a 6th grade position open for him that he'd love for him to accept. After working out some particulars, he said yes, and it was a position he would have kept, except for the fact that he sent a tape to the WWE when they created a show for MTV. It was named Tough Enough. And although he didn't expect the WWE to announce him as an invitee, they would indeed. And even those at his school would agree that he should take this opportunity, and take it he would, as he wound up winning the whole thing. Upon his victory, it was off to Heartland Wrestling Association to receive further training. On October 4th, 2001, he would make his in-ring debut against one of his former Tough Enough trainers, Taz. But it wasn't all pizzazz and jazz. Heck, sometimes being on the road felt like being behind the walls of Frisco's Alcatraz. When it was all said and done, that inspiring human being won, and then, guys and gals, the WWE Hardcore Championship was his 3 times. He was named PWI Rookie of the Year in 2002 as part of a rookie class that saw many thrive in their primes. He appeared as a cast member on VH1 Surreal Life. He hosted shows on Home Shopping Network and BETJ, and runs, hosts, and presents a wonderful channel that not only reaches millions, but it reaches the hearts and souls of those millions. But despite the name, the fame, and the acclaim, he's always remained the same, down to earth and humble. So if you're eating, put down the din-din and usher in this great, as his presence, guys and gals and pals, always equals a win. Taking your eyes off his channel for even a second is a sin, and much to no one's chagrin, he's persevered in life, thus scoring the most important win. So put your hands together for a kind, positive human being. Last name Huffman, first name Maven. Welcome, Maven, to the celebrity tournament, my friend.
Avi, I now see why you have almost a 13-minute intro, and why so many celebrities, figures from my childhood, people that I grew up watching, people that I grew up idolizing, loving, people that I'm happy that are still with us today, are singing your praises. If I had to give myself that introduction that you just gave me, I couldn't do it. And I like, you brought up stuff that long's been out of my own mind. So I thank you for that. I don't know about, deserve's got nothing to do with a lot of parts of life. I don't know if I deserve it. But
I think you do.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you should, because you've helped the masses. And again, as a fellow educator, I like the story before and the after. We know the during, we know what people are doing when the lights are on and they're in the arena. But what you do behind closed doors to help out your fellow contemporaries and colleagues, that really speaks to me. And when your channel came up, I worked 20 hours a day on this and also screenwriting for the studio, so I don't get a chance to watch much. But when I did watch your channel, the first thing I noticed, the one word that came to mind was humanity. There's so much humanity about you and your channel, Maven.
Thank you so much. I love that. That's a better word than I could even come up with. When my partner Zach and I were putting the channel together, our word that we kept diving back into, because we didn't just go out and put it together. I mean, we did research. He gave me homework. He's a YouTuber. So he gave me homework, YouTubers to go out and watch, and said, if you find one thing as to why you're continuously watching this person, tell me what it is. And the word I kept landing on, authenticity. People can go out and they can put out slop, they can put out shit, they can try to divide because they know it's going to get the clicks. But what's going to make people last, come back, and become a fan of yours, even if they don't even know who you are, right? Is being authentic, being who I am. And but I'll tell you what, I'll take humanity. I'll take it. I'll take, because I've learned a lot being on this earth for almost 50 years now, and the main lesson I've learned is you can be successful and not be an asshole. You don't have to be.
True. Yes.
You don't have to be a dickhead. You just don't.
You really don't. And again, in the same circles as you're in, you're right. I mean, a lot of people in the industry assume that boundaries are important. Of course, they really are. And in life, not just in this industry, but the way you lead with humanity, I think, isn't really something that anyone can ever argue with. You have an authenticity about you, and I think it comes from a place that isn't performance-based. Your channel is exploding. It deserves to explode. The winner of this entire celebrity tournament, should you advance later on tonight, 2 out of 3 move on in a 3-way matchup. I call it a sport of the mind, and I don't mind reminding everyone. We'll delve into some philosophical topics and have philosophical fun while giving everyone edutainment. If you move on to the next round, Maven, a couple of rounds, every round is a few months. Would you like to win the whole thing? 15 grand, 5-day trip to Greece.
I mean, I'm certainly not going to turn down a 5-day trip to Greece. Are you kidding me? I live outside of New York in a little suburb in New Jersey. Okay. Anytime I can get out of here, sign me up. Sign me up.
My friend, I'm so glad you're with us. I'll put you backstage for a moment, bring in the rest, and then we're going to be off to the races.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Maven. I appreciate you. What a down-to-earth human being is. It takes 5 seconds to like him. And I'm going to bring in some legends right now as well, guys and gals, including someone who inspired me when I was a wee little lad in Queens, New York, in Elmhurst, Queens. Cutting class and spitting rhymes, never as good as this man. Never. But guys and gals, let me give him the intro he deserves. I'm going to ask if you could just unmute the microphone in the back. I'm going to bring him right in right now. And guys and gals and pals, my next guest makes me think of the following Frederick Douglass quote: "The soul that is within me no man can degrade." It's time to dream lofty dreams, my friends. How do I get the message out regarding this next great talent? Telegram. Tell your fam. When they tune in, bam, they'll preach to you like Billy Graham that this human being is recognized from Panama to Birmingham, as his presence, heart, and delivery can cause a traffic jam. Years after he taught us how to slam. He was born in Kings County Hospital and grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, years before his talent would shine. In 1984, guys and gals and pals, at age 13, alongside his brother David, he moved to the borough that gave hip-hop a flavor, look, and design. And of course, I'm biased. No need to hiss, because it's more than fine that I'm speaking of a borough in which yours truly, Avi Klein, grew up in, and that would be Queens, guys and gals and pals, as our guests move to a spot where they could shake you, break you, and educate you. I'm speaking specifically about South Jamaica. Music was quite the force in his home, growing up during a time when most kids were watching G.I. Joe and He-Man, which was badass. But so too were many a lyrical miracle that were quite thrillical before an era that was digital, when he heard his mom play on Sundays, which were integral, and spoke to any group, guys and gals, or class, such as Luther Vandross or Teddy Pendergrass, guys and gals. But when it came to someone who delivered a message with such flow and led with gusto, with works of art like one Van Gogh, it was none other than Curtis Blow, as our guest heard If I Rule the World, which spoke to him as his insides were inspired as they turned and curled. He got into graffiti and breakdancing, and his upbringing speaks to me as yours truly grew up in the Hearst out in Queens during the days of the high top fades and Jordache jeans. His talent and passion was second to none. He never kicked back or reclined, as his body of work inspired the masses, including a freestyle and rebel rouser named Avi Klein. Back in the day, Queens was the hip-hop epicenter, despite many trying rubbing 2 pennies together, because times were tough, as overnight the crack epidemic shook the city, like a 1978 Mike Myers showing zero pity. All I could recall was the concrete jungle, screaming for affection rather than attention amidst the smoke and rubble. And as resistance crumbled, all was lost, not due to this man and his 2 schoolmates back in 1988, as their group would transcend and ascend to new heights like a Memphis State jersey wearing penny. Unbeknownst to many, this legend storytelling career launched at the same time as his music career. Y'all hear? His presence on screen was classic. Move over Ben-Hur, as the architect of hip-hop, Jam Master Jay, hooked him up with Forrest Whitaker. Storytelling wasn't a pivot, it was a parallel highway, and this man never forgot where he came from, as he respected the lobster as much as he respected the crumb. He and his group started making their first demo songs in a basement, and they signed Jeffrey Harris as their manager in 1989. He helped them get a contract with Profile Records around the same time Kareem would take his last step on the free throw line. In 1990, they recorded their first song, and We Do It Like This, and soon hip-hop aficionados would be in a constant state of bliss. In 1993, their first album went platinum, and that same year, they were on the Chronic tour with the likes of Dre and Snoop. And when he wasn't revolutionizing the game, he went on to star in many TV and film roles such as Sunset Park, Moesha, Spike Lee, Clockers, Ride, Light It Up, The Wire, Save the Last Dance, and NYPD Blue. But through and through, he couldn't stop loving and living hip-hop. He was nominated for the prestigious AMA Award in 1994 and won at the 1994 Soul Train Music Awards, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. You heard? Television and flicks. He had no gimmicks and kept it real without parlor tricks, as the frontman of the iconic group Onyx. And he's also in the mix when it comes to children's books, as he released 2 that tell a story with a message through animated pics, such as Little Freddy and Bully Kid and Little Freddy, the Red Sock. And he also lent his voice to animated projects like the Boondocks. So rush to the screen and get out your car, even if it's a Jaguar. This legend is right here. He's near, not even far. So no need to wish upon a star. He's a sure shot like the aforementioned Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They scream his name from Jersey to Qatar. So let me finish up this last bar and welcome a talented, kind, humble, intelligent human being. First name Fredro, last name Starr. Welcome, my friend, to the celebrity tournament.
Oh my God. Yo, that had to be 64. Nah, that was like 85 bars. Like how many bars is that? Is it like I was trying to count the bars, I lost count. Because that when you did the first, I was like, yo, how many bars is this guy going? Like, I lost count at 32.
I appreciate that, man.
Yo,
I'll tell
bro,
you something, man. Yeah, thank you.
I just want to say, I saw the intro video and I see what's going on. Now I see what's going on with you, man. I just want to say that
appreciate it.
I appreciate you appreciating me because, like you said, you learned from what I was doing, and I was learning from what KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane was doing. So the spirit of hip hop is flowing through everybody, and I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. You know what I'm saying? You one of a kind, bro. One of a kind, you heard?
So are you, my friend. I mean, I think about, just again, thinking about you, South Jamaica, Queens, Baisley Park, Grandmaster Vic put on a record called La Diddy Da, We Like to Party. And as soon as that played, man, for you, it was like, all right, I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to do.
I said in the park, I said, the ace of spade out to get paid.
Yeah.
That's you. You the ace of spade, man. That's you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm having a great time with you here already, Fredro. And I got to tell you this. It's not really hard coming up with some of this stuff in my head and then putting it to paper, because when I think of your career, there's so many things to grab from. I can grab acting. I can grab, your music career. But I can also grab your passion for what you do. You never forgot your roots. Hip-hop is in you. And you speak about hip-hop in such a way that can resonate with someone who doesn't even know about the game. So thank you for what you do, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much appreciated, bro. How we say I appreciate you, bro. You know what I mean? That's how we say it in the culture. Because, this, what we have, like I said, what we have in this culture, man, we are blessed to be doing this. Everybody's living their dreams. If you're a break dancer, graffiti artist, your art, this is art. We're just portraying our art to the world, and hip hop is the biggest and the baddest music genre we got. You know what I'm saying? So it's just good to be a part of it. I see the culture got you. You spit 85 bars, 86. I need somebody on YouTube to count how many bars that was. All right, we're gonna figure that out.
Friend. It's from the heart. It's a pleasure. I got to tell you this, Fredro. I can't wait for this tournament. It is a place where strangers leave as friends. It's a good vibe as always. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like having a cool basketball game where you're trying to win. At the end of the day, you grab a pizza with your friends and have a good time. But 15 grand, 5-day trip to do for 2 for the person who wins this whole celebrity tournament, sport of the mind. Would you like to win it all, Fredro?
Of course. I'm gonna win it all.
I like it.
You gotta think like that. You gotta see and what I come from, you gotta speak it into existence. So when you ask me that question, I'm gonna win. I don't play to lose. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody say that too, and I'm taking that. I don't play to lose. And that's real. Why will you play to lose? Like, I be seeing these teams, they be like, yo, we're gonna be good next year. Like, I don't get it. Like, if you start your season, you're supposed to say, I'm winning the Super Bowl. Reality may hit, but you gotta have that, you gotta put it out there. So to make your question, I'm gonna win it all. Because at the end of the day, I'm coming from the culture. The culture got my back. I represent hip hop.
Yes, you do, sir, and you represent it well and give back as well. Fredro Starr's in the house. I'm going to put you backstage for a moment, my friend. Bring in Riddick Bowe, and then we'll be off to the races, guys. Fredro Starr's with us. Maven's with us. I got the best seat in the house, and so do you. So let me bring in Riddick Bowe, and we'll be off to the races with topic number 1, which Maven will present first, but I'll set it up to Maven. So, of course, I'll set it up for all of you as well who are watching. Our third participant is one of the greatest heavyweight boxing champs of all time. His sense of humor and positive energy would persuade even a dastardly sort to uncommitted crime. He grew up in the Bronxville section of Brooklyn, the 12th of Dorothy's 13 daughters and sons. This was years before he established himself as a power hitter with 20-inch guns. He grew up down the street and went to school with Mike Tyson, but life wasn't a rainbow, harps, nor a dozen lovely doves. Dead bodies on the street in the morning was commonplace, but it all, guys and gals, changed when he put on the gloves. He escaped by finding a vocation at a boxing gym. He soon emerged as one of New York's finest fighters, so I'm not going out on a limb when I state that he became one of the greatest of all time, as he was Mr. Main Event, not some prelim. He survived 250 Lot Avenue, which was a bleak housing complex named Gunsmoke City. Growing up in Queens, I knew about the frequent gunfights there all too well, in a land that had no pity. That isn't a question, no need to consult. After each fighter, all you had to do was see the result, as he won 4 Golden Glove tournaments before he became an adult. He was the second child in his family to graduate from high school, and he made his mother proud. With his imposing size, he protected his mother by walking her to her job through a crowd. And to me, that is a beautiful sentiment that rings oh so loud. He defeated the seemingly invincible Evander Holyfield to become undisputed champion of the world in 1992. He became a 2-time heavyweight champion in 1995 as his untouchable record grew and grew. But try backing him down against the ropes, you'd never, guys and gals, you'd be sure to go cuckoo. The man won a medal in the 88 Olympics. As I continue to rock this flow, guys and gals, he delivered quite the knockout like a deep gaze provided by actress Madeline Stowe. He won 4 Golden Gloves titles, and he was respected in every New York City borough. He took gold in 85, and as a pro, he had an unbelievable record of 43-1. He wasn't just the main event, he was the show. So put your hands together for a warm, funny, positive human being and legend. First name Riddick, last name Bowe. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, how you doing, big guy? Good to see you.
Man, I do not want to get in the ring with you at any time in my life or the afterlife.
Well, I'll take it out on you. I wouldn't beat you up.
I gotta say thank you for not doing that, for not beating me up. Everyone should thank Riddick Bowe for not beating them up when he. But no, listen. The thing about you that I love is you got a beautiful heart, you got a great sense of humor, and you like making people feel good. You've now been on this program a few times, Riddick. I'm always happy to see you, my friend.
And likewise, man. God bless you. You are all right.
I like that. That's how you left me last time. You're like, you know what, Avi, you're all right. Riddick, same question as I bring in Maven right now and Fredro right now. I'm going to bring them in. If you guys can unmute, we're going to go get started with topic 1. But Riddick, 158 now, I think. 158 Hall of Famers from the world of sports, music, and wrestling, not to mention Oscar, Grammy, Tony, Emmy, Golden Globe, AMA, and WGA award winners and nominees, all guys and gals competing for the pride and the prize, but it's not merely the size, Riddick. It's what I see in the eyes. Riddick Bowe, if you win this entire thing, 5-day, 5-night trip to Greece for 2, and of course, 15 grand. Would you like to win it all, my friend?
Oh, absolutely, without question. I've never been to Greece, so that'd be great.
I love it. Riddick Bowe's here. Let me bring in Mr. Maven, who's backstage as well. Maven and Riddick, Maven. And then Mr. Fredro Starr is with us as well. So I'll do one of these. Maven will kick off topic number 1 first. And again, Maven could go on as long as he wants. No problem. As soon as Maven's done, of course, I'll get the vibe that he's finished. I'll come up, kick it off to Fredro, and then to Riddick. Everyone has the same topic. I call this topic Never a Wrong Time for History. Maven, if you could somehow go back in time to the toughest period of your life and then travel back in time further in order to receive sage advice from a historical figure, which down period in your life would you choose and why? Which historical figure would you visit in the hopes of receiving sage advice from and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours, good sir.
The toughest period of my life is by far around 2012. I won't go into a long diatribe about what happened, but I found myself unemployed, foreclosed on 2 houses, and every worldly possession I had fit in the back of a truck. And I was leaving the state of Florida, coming to right here in New Jersey, right outside of New York, to start over. Many people state starting from scratch, starting from zero. And a lot of people do that early in life. I was doing it in my mid-30s, and having the platform that I had once had, being on weekly WWE television, having fans, and I put that in quotation marks, and going to then humbling myself and having to take a job as a bouncer outside of a bar. It was tough. It was tough. But it's probably what I lean on now more for success than anything, because I knew I'd been through stuff in my life prior to that, but I never knew exactly what I was made of. You don't find out what you're made of in life from success. You only find out what you're made of through failures, through hard times. Honestly, I could go to any of the men on my right or left for advice. I know what they've been through, what they've overcame, what they've achieved in life. I grew up with both these guys. I grew up with both Fredro. I grew up with Riddick. I used to bump Onyx in my CD player, which was put into a cassette tape when I was young. I used to bump that on my way to school. I would bump that in college. I used to watch the man who is at my left in the ring, and I guarantee you that neither of those guys had success be a straight line for them. Success is never a straight line. Success always comes with hurdles. If there's one thing that I learned from my lowest point to 10 years later, probably being the happiest I've been, it's belief in oneself, knowing that there's more than one ways to skin a cat. I'm a Southern boy, and that was a phrase my dad used to say all the time when he would tell me to go out and cut wood, and I'd tell him the damn log splitter's broke. Well, boy, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Figure it out. And I have figured out in life now that there's more than one avenue, more than one path, more than one thing defines me. So, yeah, I hope that was an answer, Avi.
Sure.
It's tough to feel like you have so much and then have it taken away all overnight, and then figure out not only, okay, I've done this before, but what I used to do it in the past, I don't have those skills anymore. I'm not a 24-year-old kid anymore. You know, how the hell am I?
Though, but you look it though.
Well, good clean living. Good clean living.
Yeah. No.
How am I going to do it again? That's the question.
You know, it's funny because we get into an advanced age and we all want to get older. I think all of us should want to get older and have a full life. And when I think of your life, I think of a lot of things that I want to bring up to our audience that really stick out for me. You know, you mentioned working as a bouncer in New York City before you took on a corporate role as an account executive for the Brooklyn Nets, I believe. It's a position you held until about September 2019. And when I think of another word, we had a play of words when it comes to describing you, not to embarrass you in the best way possible, but I think of the word reinvention.
Yeah.
That's the word I think of, because you transitioned to finance, you landed a job on Wall Street. For many, that could have seemed like the end of the line for your wrestling-related journey. But again, here you are now giving it back to those who were mentors, those who assisted you. I can't wait for the second chapter of your life, my friend. And you also brought this up. You brought up how you never know what can happen overnight. The first person I wrote for was Carl Reiner, not Rob, Carl, the senior Reiner. And the first thing I thought of Fredro and Riddick and Maven was like, what is a numbskull like me writing for Carl Reiner? What can I possibly teach Carl Reiner? And he whispers under his breath, he says, nobody over here knows what a monologue is. One of you young writers, give me a monologue on the spot, monologue. And somebody gives a monologue, and under my breath, I didn't mean anything by it, but I said, that's more a soliloquy than a monologue because you're in the room alone. Nobody's there. There's no audience. And Reiner's like, what did you say? And I was about to pee in my pants. And I thought I would get fired. And I was actually about to get let go just because of cutbacks. But as soon as I said that, he said, I want you to write for me for the next year. And it was the last year of his career. And I was one of 7 writers because he was getting a bit older and he needed other writers for him. So if I didn't make that bold choice that all of you gentlemen have done your entire careers, I don't know if I'd still be writing professionally for the studio system. So when you said that, of course that resonates with me, man. It really does. It's a hell of a story. Riddick and Fredro, I'm going to kick it over to Fredro right now with the same question, same topic, and you guys can go on as long as you'd like. Fredro, I'll set it up for our audience. My friend, if you could somehow go back in time to the toughest period of your life and then travel back in time even further in order to receive sage advice from a historical figure, which down period in your life would you choose and why? And which historical figure would you visit in the hopes of receiving sage advice from and why? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours, good sir.
Bro, like he said, man, there's no straight line to success. You know, I've been doing this thing since I would say I got the spirit of hip hop in 1984, 85. I knew I wanted to be a rapper. I knew what I wanted to be. I just had to figure it out. but I was good at cutting hair. I had to figure out a way living in Queens. I was from Brooklyn. I moved to Queens and I got outside. I had a big, kind of like a big brother that lived next door to me named Will. And he would bring me to 42nd Street as a young kid, and I saw the world different. Because when you from Queens, all you see is like the neighborhood, you see the projects, you see the houses. But when you go to Manhattan and you see 42nd Street, you see there's a big world, white people, black people, Chinese people. You see the world different. So I was one of the kids who got out of Queens early. And, you know, being in Baisley Park, growing up in Baisley Park, rapping in Baisley Park, showed me that this is the way I wanted to be. Every time I rapped in Baisley Park, there was a shootout. I was risking my life just to rap there every week because I love hip hop. But that wasn't the toughest part of my life. The toughest part of my life is after the movies. After the movies were strapped, after Sunset Park, after the tidal wave comes down, then you get to the real reality of what's really going on in your life. You feel what I'm saying? And I would say 2001, it was very tough for me. Sticky, my band member, he was doing things, he was doing movies. The group we fell off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Things wasn't really happening, and we didn't know that there was another world out there. We was just basically stuck in America. And so I took a trip overseas, and you mentioned winning a trip to go to Greece. At my first show was in Greece, 19, and I got the show off of MySpace. I was living at my mom's crib. I had to go back to my mom's crib, lost everything. But I knew I could go back to my mom's crib because Mom Duke, that's your mother. You're going to get some good meals over there. She's going to talk. You can reset your button. You can reset your life at your mother's house. When I went to Greece and I saw fans, the love they have for Onyx, I was like, oh my God, where have I been? I mean, I didn't have no money, living at my mom's crib. And then I went to Greece and I had a show with Daz Effects. And once I had that show in Greece, I knew there was another world for Onyx. I called Sticky. I was like, yo, bro, we got a whole world out here that loves Onyx. Because if you're not there, if you're not there to receive the love, you don't know it's there. A lot of people walk around, don't know how much love they got. People commit suicide, all types of depression. They don't know how much love they got because if you don't receive it, you can't feel it. So once I received it, I understood it because, like I said, I was thinking about suicide and, going through drugs, I wasn't addicted to drugs, but I was on drugs. And I'm not talking about weed either. You know what I'm saying? And I had to fight that. You know what I'm saying? Fight that addiction because the feeling is so good. People on drugs, it just makes them feel wonderful. But it's making you feel strong, but it's making you weaker in the end. So I had to figure that part out too. But when I saw those fans over there, I was like, yo, I got to change my life because hip hop loves me. I didn't feel the love from hip hop for a minute. And I thought it didn't love me back. And then we started doing more shows. And now we've been going to Europe for the past 20 years. But I would say I would go back and always mention Jam Master Jay to give me sage advice. Jam Master Jay was the person who saw something in me that I saw in myself. I knew I had the power. I just needed somebody else to see it. And Jam Master Jay saw it. I met Jam Master Jay 1990 in a traffic jam. He was in the next car over smoking weed. And I love weed. And I said, can I smoke with you? And Jay invited me in his van to smoke with him. So I met Jay. That's how I met Jay. I didn't meet Jay trying to get a record deal or nothing like that. The deal happened later. And I say this because Jam Master Jay is no longer here. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the spirit of hip hop right now. Him, Tupac, Biggie, they're not here, but they're here spiritually. You can feel the spirits, not physically. And I just wish I can get one more lesson from Jam Master Jay, because Jam Master Jay gave me a lot of game in this industry. But the one thing Jam Master Jay taught me is to always look back and try to find you again. That's why I always deal with these younger artists. I always see the light in the new artists. I always like their pictures. I see this little kid named TC, little kid I saw on the internet, had to be 7 years old, looking like Nas or somebody. I couldn't believe it. That's what I love. I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And the love for hip hop will keep you here forever. And that's all I gotta say.
It shines. No, it definitely does. You brought up a few things. You brought up addiction. In the past, you guys wear your heart on your sleeve. So who am I to not do the same? Alcoholism for me, you know, when I was younger, and I guess that's stereotypical for a writer, but it caught me in my 20s. And I came up with something. I'm like, come on, can you write something that makes sense to you, Avi, that can help you out with this? And I wrote the ism in alcoholism stands for I sabotage myself. It could also stand for incredibly short memory, because the moment I find myself in that bottle, I don't really want to remember anything to begin with. It's a choice. I make that choice, but I can understand why, because, you know, to a smaller extent, you guys know this on a big scale. When people want something from you, you forget that they may not necessarily be your friend, because we're used to thinking that our friends are those who smile and say you did a great job and put their hands on your shoulders and pat you on the old back. But then you realize, God almighty, what am I to people? I'm not even a person. I'm something. I'm some ATM or something, whatever. You guys get that. And Fredro, when you brought this up about growing up, I had to bring this up because I remember, again, when you were talking about something specific, I thought about how when you had like a breakdancing career after you watched Beat Street in 84, you were known by the name Magic. And then in 85, you decided to become a street poet. Of course, there was LL, the style of LL back then, and Crush Groove in 85, which I loved as well. But then when you first used a mic in 86, it was at a basketball court because you brought up Baisley Park in Queens. And you rhymed with your friends, Co Cheeks, also known as Mr. Cheeks. And, yeah, and Freaky Ta. And they performed over live mixes by Grandmaster Vic and Cutmaster JT. You were known as Cool Phaedra at this time. So you went through all these different phases. But the one thing you told me on the phone, the first thing you said to me was, it's hip-hop. You went on to win awards, both in film and television, but your love for the game, I think that speaks to people, because I feel like most people could tell when someone's phoning it in. Most people could tell when you're putting something on. You take things off, which is what good actors do. You don't put stuff on. You take things off as an actor to showcase vulnerability. It shows through your lyrics, and it doesn't seem like you seem even a bit, not only rusty, but it doesn't seem like you lost your passion for the game at all, Fredro, at all. That's my observation. Yeah.
No passion lost, because like I said, you feel the love. We still do a lot of shows, and when you do those shows, you think about, how do I make, he's a wrestler, he's a professional wrestler, and he's like the feeling people go. Wrestling was one of the things I did with my father. Me and my father, we didn't do a lot of things together.
Yeah.
But we went to WW. We saw Hulk Hogan at Madison Square Garden. We was there, me and my father. You know what I'm saying? We went and seen Jimmy Snuka and Andre the Giant. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
The feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing we do when we perform slam and all. It's the same feeling. You making people feel the energy, feel good. Same as boxing. You knock somebody out, they like, yo!
Yeah.
We all bring the feeling.
Healthiest addiction. Riddick and Maven, before I kick it over to Riddick, do you guys feel the same? Do you like being around people who lead with passion?
Absolutely. I don't want to ever be around someone that doesn't make me feel something, you know, because like you said, and you hit on it, so many people want something from you.
Sure.
Very few people leave something with you. And when you're around the people that you can leave their side and you think, man, I want to see them again. And it's not because they asked me for anything. And I don't even just mean money. Sure. They just ask something from you. But when you leave someone who, man, okay, they lifted me up. They make me feel better. They make me happy with who I am. Because there's been times in my life when I haven't been happy with the guy I look at in the mirror. And that's not like that's as low as it can get. And when you're with someone who appreciates you and shows you exactly the strength and exactly what you do, it's like a battery recharge.
That's a good way of putting it. I never thought it's like a battery recharge.
That's
yeah,
it.
I'm actually stopping. I like being present and aware when you say something like that. Again, the writer in me is thinking about how I could articulate that to different audiences, because people pick up on different things, different messages speak to them. Riddick, does that speak to you as well? Do you like being around passionate people, Riddick?
Absolutely, all day, every day. I think that's the best way to go. Because if you don't have any passion, they're not going to respect you and things of that nature.
I totally concur, my friend. You know, when I Maven and Fredro and Riddick, you guys can relate to this because you always wear a ton of different hats. But the toughest thing for me when I was coming up as a writer was when I was teaching history, and Maven, of course, is a fellow history major. I actually quit, and I said this on the show to many luminaries before. We've got John Goodman in the house over here, Willem Dafoe. Some of them have taught as well. I quit my job years ago because on my due now, and this was building up, but on my due now, I wrote down Frederick Douglass's name. And my assistant principal walks in and says, Avi, can you come here for a second? Sure, yeah. Okay, it was during my prep period. So I come in there, and she said, you misspelled Douglas's last name. You put 2 S's. I went, it had 2 S's. That's how it's spelled. And then I walk in, and she's actually, in a weird turn of events, she's in this tournament. Diane Nash, who's still with us, she's a freedom writer. And there aren't too many freedom writers left. She marched with Medgar Evers, Martin Luther King. She's still with us. And I brought her as a guest speaker. And I told my assistant principal, this is the great Diane Nash, who did so much in the area of civil rights. And she did one of these to Diane Nash, like a head. I'm like, that's the most disrespectful, nonverbal thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. She didn't want to talk to her. She kind of just brushed her off. And I'm like, this is a legend. This is a pioneer that, again, during the civil rights movement, when, J. Edgar Hoover was bugging MLK and there was so much going on in the 60s, it was like 2 decades in one. Here's someone who made a difference, a pioneer who's done much more than I have and I ever will. And she just brushed her off completely. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm quitting. I wish I had that tough enough call so I could have quit on a good term. Maven left in the best way possible. You got support from the principal and the staff as well, right, Maven? I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I was in my second year teaching. I was a high school baseball coach.
Yeah.
But my principal outright told me, she was like, I would be lying to tell you that I want to see you leave, but I wouldn't be doing our kids a disservice if I didn't teach them and have you going after your dreams, teach them exactly what life's about.
Wow.
Man, I had one rule as a teacher, but I taught math and I'm horrible at math. I had a 6th grader one time ask me a question and I was like, yeah. If I tell you the answers, then I'm not doing you a service, which meant I don't have a clue. I had no damn clue. And she called me out. She went, you don't know this stuff, do you? And I was like, not really. But I had one rule as a teacher, and it was try. Just try. Even if you don't like something, try. And I'll pass you. I'll give you credit. And my reason behind that is because, man, there's going to be stuff all throughout your life that you don't like.
Yeah.
But as long as you try, as long as you give it effort, you never know what you A, might be good at, or B, what the world might need out of you. And if you're living a bubble and you don't try, then exactly just like, just like my man was breakdancing and knew he wanted to try with the rhymes. And look what we got. Like he said, we got Slam. We got a still party anthem from that effort. I love it. I love it.
Well said. You never know what might come with some effort. Riddick, was there ever? I'm going to kick the topic over to you for a second, Riddick, but I got to ask you the same question because Maven's got me thinking. Fredro, did you ever pursue something that you never thought you would be good at? Did you ever pursue something you never thought you would be good at?
Well, I thought I would be a great basketball player, but I flipped over to boxing. I became a great athlete. I've been a 2-time world heavyweight champion. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Not too many people on this planet could say they actually beat Evander Holyfield twice. So there is that. Riddick, I'll set up the same topic for you, my friend. I'll move on to topic number 2 after this. Topic 1, Riddick. Riddick, if you could go back in time to the toughest period of your life and then travel back further to receive some sage advice from a historical figure, which down period in your life would you choose and why? And which historical figure would you visit in the hopes of receiving sage advice? Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours, Riddick.
Okay, I'm gonna get it over with. I think I will go back to maybe 5 years ago was the lowest point of my life, and I guess I'm gonna say Jesse Jackson because to me when he speaks he makes a lot of sense. So I would ask Jesse Jackson, what should I do?
Let me ask you this, Riddick, because you bring up Jesse Jackson. Do you feel like when you've been confronted with obstacles, which you've always, is it hard for you to ask for help? Are you the type to problem solve on your own, or have you found it beneficial to lean on people that you trust?
Well, I believe I find it beneficial to lean on people.
Yeah. So you have your circle of people, correct?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Riddick, down period. Can a down period in your professional life, in your professional career, can a down point in your professional career lead to some of the most depressing moments in life, in your personal life as well? Can we make that correlation?
Well, not with me, but I guess other people.
Okay.
I feel like I had a great career. And
you did.
When I was fighting, things went well, so I'm okay with that.
You were so when you did deal with a loss, you put that away. You pretty much put that away.
Right, which was only one, so.
Yes, yeah, because you didn't lose the title. You actually didn't lose the title at all.
Right. I didn't think I did, but, politics, what can you do?
Politics. Riddick, real quick, what is there a fight that most people wouldn't know was one of your proudest achievements? We all know about Holyfield. We know about some of the big fights, the Olympics. Is there a fight that you can bring up that maybe not a lot of people know was one of your proudest?
Yes, I was fighting the Golden Gloves, and I beat a guy by the name of Paul Brennan, and he beat me twice, and I beat him twice, but the last time I beat him, I knocked him out, and I beat him for the heavyweight championship of the New York City Golden Gloves.
You at one point you hired Dick Gregory, I believe is like a nutritionist, right? The comedian Dick Gregory.
Yeah, to help me get my weight down before I fought.
How did that happen? How did that come about with Dick Gregory being someone that kind of came into the mix?
Well, I guess because Rockman, my manager, knew him, and because he knew about how to lose weight, we brought him in.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The last question I have for you before we move on to the next topic is, I have to bring up the fight in '92 because that 10th round was the most memorable thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You peppered Holyfield with these punishing shots. You threw 40 punches in 1 minute. In 1 minute, you threw 40 punches. That fight is something I'll probably watch like once a year, at least. Now, he was dazed. Holyfield mustered up the strength to come back, and it seemed like an eternity, but you guys slugged each other so brutally at that point. Do you feel as if that brings the best out of you as a boxer when someone is coming right back at you the same way you're coming at them?
No, it don't bring the best. I mean, it just depends on who's fighting and what they're thinking and how they feel at the time. I felt like mumbling, and he didn't realize that, and actually that became the best fight ever. So it depends on the individual.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Guys and gals and pals who are watching, thank you again. Let us know what your choices are. As we always tell you, we do edutainment. We educate you as much as we can and also entertain you. This was kind of like first period class. We're about to play a very, very brief game, which will kind of be like entering the cafeteria and letting our hair down. We'll do that. And then our final topic number 2, and we'll find out again based on your votes who advances. And thank you guys for supporting the new network again. If I just want to showcase this screen in a very short period of time, we're very humbled, guys and gals and pals, by the numbers, almost 8 million strong. We appreciate you guys. Again, 126,000 per episode the last 24 weeks or so. A who's who in this tournament. Thank you guys for making this quite the experience for yours truly, Avi Klein. That being said, I do want to play a video for those we've lost who are in this tournament. It's a brief video. Those who actually passed on, I want to always honor their spirit even when they're gone. Some of your contemporaries as well, who were part of this very celebrity tournament. Can we count the accolades in this man's resume? Probably not. There are too many. Let's welcome a humble, talented, sincere, and kind man. Last name Wilkins, first name Lenny.
Hey, Avi.
How are you, man?
Wow. I didn't expect all that.
Well, you deserve it. Off the court. The number is staggering. Once more, I think of the word many. So please put your hands together for a humble, down-to-earth, kind human being. Last name Wilkins, first name Lenny. Lenny, welcome, my friend.
Hey, Avi, thank you. I couldn't believe all that, you know.
First name Lenny. Lenny, welcome, my friend, to the celebrity tournament.
Well, thank you for having me. And I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to this. It should be fun, you know, and listen, anytime there's a challenge, I'm here.
What a gem of a human being.
We need to really have a wake-up call. And the fact that I got to know Dr. King just grabs me by the chest every time that I think about that. So I think Joe.
Mr. Lenny Wilkins votes for Mr. Joe Montaigne.
So I want us to have a better world. And I think when we're able to help each other, then we make it much better for
Amen.
Each other.
Amen. Well, I'm going to celebrate you and what you stand for all the time. You have a friend in me, my friend, from the heart. Lenny, did you have a nice time?
I had a good time. Thank you so much. And you guys take care.
You got it. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's so important to help people enjoy their life.
Yeah.
And let and to help them understand that they can make a difference.
I like that. Do you agree that it starts with a smile?
I think so. I think it would help.
Trio of options for Gallagher, more underrated than why? Sauerkraut, Henry Kissinger's deep soothing voice, or dogs wearing sweaters?
I like dogs wearing sweaters.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I haven't done an interview in 20 years.
Mr. Sizemore, first name Tom. How are you, my friend? I could turn the volume lower if you'd like next time. If you'd like me to do that, Tom, I could do that.
Wow, it was something else. I don't know what I can do now.
Oh, please.
That was terrific, man.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And what, as charming as a guy that you are, man, and as honest as a guy as you are, and as down-to-earth as a guy as you are, you played a character that isn't so down-to-earth named Scrooge in college. You played Scrooge, and of course, I feel like a thespian should rely on their instinct. Do you feel like you rely on your instinct a lot as a storyteller as well?
I mean, playing Scrooge at that young an age was, when I think about it now, the only way I could have done it is I was relying on my instincts. You know, I could have done it any other way. Okay.
More underrated than why? Unicycles, Italian men named Skippy, or sophisticated dinosaurs?
What? More sophisticated dinosaurs?
Yeah,
I want to say the sentence. Italian men named Skippy. I just want to say.
Yes. Yeah. Italian men named Skippy.
I just want to say the sentence. Italian men named Skippy.
Yeah, something you'll never hear. Yeah. Did you have fun? Did you have a nice time?
I had a great time. It was ball.
Yeah, man.
I want to do it again. This is great. I just think it's going to be, a lot of fun for people. I don't think people don't like this on the air. I don't think really. No, there isn't. I just think it's going to be I'm very interested in how people respond to it, because I know it's going to be interesting and see if people tune in and stay tuned in, and I really hope they do. And I'm all yours, bro. Let's go out and make this work. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
I teach a workshop, and one of my students finally said about my class about iambic pentameter. He finally said, "I got it, and he was excited, and it was both his elation and those 3 words that make it worthwhile, right?
Amen. You got it. But I think I've got to have equally passionate people involved in the production of it. That passion will override any reservations anybody has as to the show's potential for entertainment or education.
Did you feel as if transitioning to the stage and performing live theater was a natural fit for you?
Yes, I did. I always felt very comfortable on stage. More so on stage than I did in film or television. So I'm looking forward to you, Avi, giving me your thoughts and your input, because as I told you, that piece that you sent me is
Woo, I love good writing, and I think
Thank
that's
you,
been
sir.
the secret of my career. And this is a beautiful piece of writing, as I said. I'm referring to the piece that you wrote me. You're onto something because you're a writer. You're a creative force, and I want to hook up.
Thank you so much for those kind words, guys. Thank you for being you, my friend. I appreciate you and respect you wholeheartedly.
And that goes double for me to you, Bobby.
There's my pop. You guys would like my pop. Gentle Giant, 6'7", really nice guy. Had a great smile. Did you guys ever get a chance to meet or interact with a John Amos or Tom Sizemore, any of the luminaries that we just showcased now? You would have loved John Amos, guys. He was a mentor. Like when John Amos spoke, everybody listened. Some people say when someone speaks, then they walk into a room, everyone listened when John Amos spoke. Like he got lost in conversations that had nothing to do with film or TV. He had hired me on as a writer, and everything we spoke about had nothing to do with his script because we never got there. You have those conversations with people where you never really talk about the topic, or you forget about what the objective is because you're lost in conversation. My quick question to you before we move on to topic number 2, very briefly, has there ever been anybody in your life that you lost that you still talk to today? You know, private conversations, soliloquies. Anyone come to mind that you still speak with regularly that might have passed on? And feel free to jump in.
Got it. Yeah,
I speak to my mama.
Your mom, Riddick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dorothy?
Yes. You got a good memory. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
She was the best, man.
You would walk her to work every day?
Every day. Yes, sir.
Wow. That's incredible.
Well, I should say every night.
Yeah. I never forgot that. Maven, someone special that you talk to every day?
Yeah, I have my my birth mother. I lost. Committed suicide. She committed suicide the day after Christmas when I was 2 years old.
Oh,
so I never really got to know her. I've heard stories, and later in my life, I got a real interest on the pictures that I have. Just finding out more about her. Before she left, she decided who would take me. And my aunt and uncle ended up adopting me. And whenever anybody tells me they're sorry for what happened to my birth mom, I say don't, because my aunt adopting me, she became my mom, and I have her ashes sitting right over there.
Oh,
I speak to them daily. She was proof to me that blood don't mean a thing in the matter of family. It don't mean anything. This was a woman that had absolutely no blood relations to me whatsoever, but did everything in her power to not only teach me, but give me just the best life that I could have had amidst a pretty awful start. And I'll tell people all the time, I grew up in the sticks of Virginia.
Right.
I grew up, I had the best childhood ever, and it was because of her. And I talked to her. I think I'm like I'm the guy that makes himself laugh by himself. Like, I think I'm an idiot, and I will talk to her, and because she used to tell me all the time, she'd just shake her head and she'd be like, you're something. So I still lean on her daily.
I think that's beautiful, man. It really does. Keeps us grounded. Fredro, is there anyone in your past that might have passed on to a better place you still talk to?
I'm glad you talking about this, because like I was saying, the spirit of hip hop is, I don't feel like I speak to
bright one.
I feel like they speak to me. That's the difference. It's not like we having a conversation. I just feel like B.I.G. People don't know I was with B.I.G. like before he passed away. I spent some quality time with B.I.G. in L.A. 2 days before he passed on, and me and B.I.G. could have been the best friends, bro. Like every joke I said, he laughed. He was like, "Yo, you funny, man. Yo, and you really don't get chance to really talk to rappers in the industry because everybody's moving in different directions. So when you can actually sit in a hotel with B.I.G. and listen to his album called Life After Death before it comes out and then he dies, that stays with you. You feel what I'm saying? Like
100%.
So I'm talking about people like DMX, you know, who we got a song called Shut 'Em Down with DMX. We in the studio with this guy, the illest studio session I ever had in my life, bro. When DMX got on the mic, I got chills. Like, you could just feel the chills, like, in my body. You know what I'm saying? One of the realest people in the world, DMX. Sure. And he, like, so these guys, they still talk to me. I still feel the spirit. The spirit of hip-hop is alive, bro. Never dies. Tupac came to the Sunset Park premiere, a movie that I was in, and I spent some time with Tupac, and he was calling me little bro. Meaning I'm older than Tupac by a couple of months, but he's calling me little bro. Those moments I will never forget those moments, and I feel like they speak to me when I'm writing rhymes, when I'm writing an album, when I'm on stage, whatever I'm doing, I'm getting that. The Jam Master Jay continuously speaks to me. You know what I'm saying? So Guru from Gangstar, great friend of mine. We had one of the illest conversations before he passed. Some very personal shit he told me. Yeah. Like, those moments will never die. You know what I mean? It lives on forever. So it's not like I'm speaking to people every day. Like I'm like you see somebody at the bus stop talking to somebody. And when I see people talking to somebody, I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, they crazy. I'm like, they not crazy. They talking to somebody.
You know, my pop used to do that. You know what I used to tell my pop? My pop would talk to himself sometimes, and this was like when he was kind of home and didn't want to deal with anybody. I'm like, Dad, you're talking to yourself. He goes, yeah, some of the best conversations I ever had.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You don't know who they talking to, so you know it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yo, bro. Yeah.
I'll tell you, Fredro. Like, you brought that up, and to me, loyalty means nothing without a heart behind the purpose. And you guys definitely have big hearts. And I want to tell you something right now. This isn't scripted. You know, I don't do stuff it's from the heart. The reason why I did this show was because my litter agent called me up during COVID and said, hey, you know, you're friends with all the luminaries. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to do it for that reason. I want to do a podcast. I want to be able to take people out of their box that society puts you in. I want to peel back the layers so people can get to know the person behind the persona without it being controversial, without talking about the negative. God almighty. How many skeletons do we all have, man? And like, we don't make each other better by always highlighting the negatives in each other's lives. We don't become better. We feel worse about ourselves.
The sad part is that's what gets the views. So they do that and think that's the way it is. Like,
yeah, and I don't care because I make a living already. Like I love this. This is my baby. But like, if it doesn't succeed, there's no financial incentive for me to see this thing succeed. That's the only reason why, you know, I did this. So I appreciate you guys just sharing your hearts with us, you know, and you guys all know this as athletes and musicians. You have to be aware of the rooms you walk into. And sometimes you have to handle the weight of who you're perceived to be by others because you have to live up to their expectations. So there's so much that goes into this that fans will truly never know. They'll never really understand.
Well, Avi, it makes me think of the question that you posed to Riddick earlier. Right. And that was about, you know, taking anything that happens in your career and not letting that define who you are as a human being.
Sure.
And that's one of the hardest things on earth to do. I let being a wrestler define who I was. And so when I lost that, I thought I was, you know, because I remember sitting in my house for 3 days after I was fired from the WWE and thinking, man, it's going to be sucked that people aren't going to say, oh, this is Maven the wrestler. Because I like that. I enjoyed that. I'm assuming it's probably a pretty damn good feeling, people saying, oh, yo, you got to meet the champ. You got to meet the champ, you know. But here's what I've learned through life. People are always going to call me Maven the wrestler. He's always going to be champ. We're always going to be what made people feel something. And even though you might not get a job or get a check from that profession, that occupation anymore, doesn't make you any less of a person. It's taken me a long time to get to that place, though.
Well said. Yeah, 100%. I could tell you guys know yourselves really well. There's no doubt about that. What I'm going to do right now before we end this with topic number 2, our final one, is I play a very brief game with everybody called I'd Pay. and I'll set this up for all three of you gentlemen. It's a fun game. It's a wacky game. It's supposed to be wacky. That's partially why it's fun. I'm going to give you 3 hypothetical situations. You'll let me know which you would pay for to see and why. Which would you pay for of the following to see and why? We'll kick it off to Maven first, then Fredro, and of course, Riddick Bowe. Guys and gals and pals, you can always play with us. Which would you pay for to see and why, Maven, of the following? Rocky Balboa as a neurosurgeon, Seinfeld the correctional officer, or Rambo the talk show host?
I would just because again, I mean, I found myself watching Rocky movies over the last weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's whenever a Rocky movie's on, I think it was Rocky 3, and I'm sitting there watching, to me, the best heel to ever do it, Mr. T, Clubber Lang.
Oh yeah.
Hey, tell him, don't give him no statue, give him guts. and then Rocky coming back. Oh, I don't know, Adrian. I want to know it. Man, to think of him as a neurosurgeon, yeah, I'd pay to see that.
And that'd be the only time. That'd be the only time we're actually like. So he wouldn't ask Mickey to cut him. Mickey would give him advice about cutting somebody else. But I would tell Mickey, this isn't the time for your motivational speeches.
I'd pay extra. I'd pay extra if he made Mickey do the cutting.
I would too, actually. That's a good twist. I like the twist. It's a writer's room. I love it. Fredro Starr, I'm going to ask you the same question. Which would you pay for to see and why of the following if you could? Rocky Balboa as a neurosurgeon, Seinfeld the correctional officer, or Rambo the talk show host?
Well, Rambo and Rocky is the same person, just to let you know.
Yes,
but
storyteller. Yeah.
But Rambo the talk show host is crazy. That's funny, man. Like, come on, man.
What would he say?
He'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be coming out the mud. You know what I'm saying? When Rambo came out the mud.
That's a good intro. Good intro, yeah.
Just imagine, like, you know what I'm saying? Helicopters flying, bombs, like, it'll probably be in the jungle somewhere, too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's hilarious.
And then if he wants to get the most out of his guest, he's got that knife that he always carries, right?
He got the Rambo knife, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Rambo is hilarious.
Rambo, the talk show host. Yeah, I'd pay to see that too. Riddick, my friend, see if Riddick goes another way or not. Riddick, we have the following. Which would you pay for to see and why? Rocky is a neurosurgeon, Seinfeld is a correctional officer, or Rambo, the talk show host?
Well, I have to go with Rocky.
Rocky, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Riddick was Stallone was he was passionate about boxing, we'll say, right? Passionate about boxing.
Right.
Do you think that Stallone could have made a good boxer? You're the master, you know.
Absolutely not. First and foremost, he's too small to be a heavyweight.
Right.
And he was fighting for the heavyweight championship. So
he was.
Two of them go together.
That is true.
He's too small.
I totally agree. And he was indecisive when he threw in the towel with Apollo. He was indecisive. So, like, Apollo said, don't throw it in no matter what. And I got it. But then he throws it. He actually does decide to throw it in Rocky 4, which I'm like, think about that for a second. Like how one moment can alter fate. But that being said, Clubber Lang, best heel in Rocky history. Totally agree with that. I like Rocky 3. There's a win, a loss, and a draw. The only film where there's a win, loss, and a draw. Can't go wrong there. I'm going to kick it over to Maven right now, guys. We'll zip right through this. And then, of course, we're going to have our second and final topic. It's coming up right now. So, which would you pay for to see and why of the following, Mr. Maven? We have Hannibal Lecter as a regular cast member of 90210, Big Bird the Bounty Hunter, or Conan the Librarian.
I've heard the Conan the Librarian for my whole life, just because it's one of those things that easily rhymes. Yes. What was the first one?
Hannibal Lecter is a regular cast member of 90210.
Yeah, just because I would love to see. I'd like to see Hannibal Lecter as a cast member on any show. You mentioned Seinfeld earlier. Imagine him and Kramer talking. But I would love to see how Hannibal fits in to the opening montage.
Yes,
when you had the 90210, because I can still in my head hear the music.
We're in sync. I usually say this on the show, like the about turn that they do, and then like all of a sudden Lecter's doing the same little model type of turn to the camera. I love that.
And I hope it's with the mask that has the bars. Yeah.
I could see Brendan being like, hey, what are we having for dinner? And he goes, we're having you. So right now, Fredro Starr, same question for you, my friend. What you paid for to see and why of the following? Hannibal Lecter is a regular cast member of 90210, Big Bird the Bounty Hunter, or Conan the Librarian?
Big Bird the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine Big Bird knocking on your door talking about, come out with your hands up. Talking about, we got to take him. You jump out the back window, Big Bird chasing you down the street.
I don't want that.
The bounty, your bounty hunter, Big Bird, that's hilarious.
I don't want that, but you do know Fredro. He did run the streets of Sesame.
That's funny. Yeah, he was on the Sesame Street.
He did run those streets.
Yo, Big Bird was gangster though, son. You know, don't front on Big Bird. Big Bird.
I wouldn't mess with him.
Nah, he that's why he's big. He's big. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's not
take on any job. I wouldn't.
He could fight for the heavyweight champion, Riddick.
He
Big
could.
Bird.
He could. Riddick, you were not afraid of any opponent, but would Big Bird be someone you would train differently for?
Big Bird, probably not, because I would pretty much go to his body when I couldn't miss it.
Now, Riddick, which would you pay for? Would you pay to see Big Bird as a bounty hunter, Conan the librarian, or Hannibal Lecter as a cast member of 90210?
I would go probably. Say it one more time.
Yeah, sure. Hannibal Lecter is a cast member of 90210, Big Bird the bounty hunter, or Conan the librarian.
I will go with Hannibal Lecter. Right.
And I think we both agree that, as Maven stated so eloquently, because he's right, any show you stick Hannibal Lecter and it would be fine. Any soap opera, Dallas, General Hospital would be totally fine. We'd be okay with it. Maven, I got a couple more and we are out of here for this game. Which would you pay for to see and why of the following, Maven? Darth Vader, the wedding planner, Godzilla, the massage therapist, or Freddy Krueger, the personal trainer?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, the wedding planner.
Yes,
Maven, you concur?
I have to go with my man. Yeah, my man Riddick here. I would just love to see what he comes up with, and more importantly, what he nixes. Because people are gonna have ideas that he's just not with.
Yeah,
and
that's
just
true.
to see him just close their throat off would be just fantastic.
So maybe you're saying he goes right to that place. He's going to close your throat off right away.
I mean, he's Darth Vader. That's his go-to move.
His go-to.
Yeah, of course he does.
Will we get a trifecta, Fredro? Again, which would you pay for to see and why the following? Darth Vader, the wedding planner, Godzilla, the massage therapist, or Freddy Krueger, the personal trainer?
Godzilla, the massage therapist. Those hands are so scaly. He be rubbing her back, just
He's all the kinks, all the kinks.
Yeah, all the kinks. He's blowing his hot breath from the back of her neck.
He ain't gonna kill me.
Yo, Godzilla, bro. I mean, come on. Godzilla was the Godzilla.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You got the G.O.D. in his first name. So
Gazuki and all that. Remember Gazuki?
I remember that. Yeah. All of his Mothra, all those guys.
Rodan was my man, though.
Who was the robot? There was like a robot.
Rodan. It was Rodan.
Yeah, okay.
Rodan. Yeah, that was my man.
Classic stuff. I want our younger audience to check that out. Again, guys and gals, this is a fun game you can play along with as well. Here's what we have. We have, for Maven, which would you pay for to see and why of the following? Alf, attorney at law, Papa Smurf, the hip-hop artist, or Mr. Bean, the motivational speaker?
Oh, my gosh. Just because I got my man. I got classic Onyx sitting up there. I got my man. I got to go with the second one. I need to see Papa Smurf, and I want to see what he comes, the rhymes he makes up about Gargamel, about Azrael.
Yeah.
Like, because those aren't two easy words to rhyme.
No. Yeah.
Let Eminem give those words to Eminem. He'll figure it out. He's the only person that can rhyme with orange. The only person who can make sense.
I've got a story to tell. All I want to do is gel, but unfortunately, I got Mr. Gargamel over there sitting with Azrael. So this is Papa Smurf, the hip hop artist. I love it, man. Fredro,
I guarantee you, if we go on Google, I guarantee there's already a rapper named Papa Smurf.
I
guarantee you, there's a rapper named Papa Smurf.
100%.
100%. He's out there somewhere,
and he's
And like you said, probably with a MySpace page still.
He's out there with the MySpace page. Yo, I want people to go look for Papa Smurf and tell him to check in with us, man. Tap in.
I like that. Fredro, do you concur? You going with Papa Smurf?
I gotta go with Papa Smurf, man. Gotta go with Papa Smurf.
We might get a trifecta, Fredro. Riddick, are you going to go with the same? We have Papa Smurf, the hip hop artist, Alf, attorney at law, or Mr. Bean, the motivational speaker?
Well, you know, Papa Smurf was in my life. That was my trainer.
See?
Oh, okay.
That's what we call him. Any fight was Papa Smurf.
See, there we go.
Wow.
So you know I gotta go with that one. I gotta go with that one.
Yeah,
wow.
You can't write this. And the following one we have right now is always one that gets people jumping for joy with this. We have the following, Maven: Beetlejuice, the runway model, cast of Goodfellas as studio audience members on Jerry Springer, or Jason from Friday the 13th as a professional ice skater.
All right, but cast of Goodfellas. Cast of Goodfellas to do anything. Literally, the cast of Goodfellas. I wish I could have the cast of Goodfellas. I would hire. I've always told my wife, as a joke one year, I'm going to pay a mariachi band to follow her for like 8 straight hours. And no matter, and I told I'm going to pay them extra if when she tells them to stop playing, if they play more. I'm going to change that now to the cast of Goodfellas to just follow her around.
Can you imagine?
And just stare down and just I did a little bit. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I appreciate that, my friend. And this is what writers do at 2 a.m. in the morning. But God Almighty, we have cast of Goodfellas. Is this going to be for the 4th straight episode and show? Is this going to be the consensus, Fredro? Are we going with cast of Goodfellas?
Got to. Joe Pesci. Okay. Come on, man. Come on. Listen. Joe Pesci, like, come on. Him just alone, I want to see it. He is the crazy off the hook. Yes. Love his performance. Goodfellas is one of those movies you could just put on in the background. Yeah. You don't even got to watch it. It's just like Goodfellas. I would say Paid in Full, one of my favorites.
Yes.
Menace to Society.
Yeah.
Top 3. Scarface. Those movies you can just watch. So you gotta go with Goodfellas, man.
I can't disagree. When I wrote this, I said it's not even a contest. I don't think it is. Riddick, do you concur? Is it cast of Goodfellas as studio audience members on Jerry Springer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured as much. And Pesci probably more than anybody else. Because there's a lot of other cast members. This Carbone. He had the perm and stuff, but I mean, Pesci's the guy you gotta go with there. This was I'd Pay. I appreciate you gentlemen for playing I'd Pay. We're about to finish up with our final topic right now. Same order: Maven, Fredro, and Riddick. And then, guys, I have a 60-second tribute video that I put together personally for the 3 of you as you bid us adieu after this topic. This is Mr. Maven. To all our friends and guys and pals watching, just please keep in mind that it is the season for Progresso Soup. Chicken noodle, get yourself a 4-pack. We're ready to go. Riddick, myself, Fredro, and Maven might enjoy some hearty Progresso Soup. With that, our final topic is something I call the road less traveled. Maven, there are many defining moments in life, and we can point at the results in order to paint a picture worthy of acknowledgement. But if you were asked to pinpoint one specific moment in your life in which it served you well to take the road less traveled, what moment comes to mind and why? Whenever you're ready, my friend, the floor belongs to you.
The road less traveled for a reason. But sometimes it's the best path we can take. When I came to this area and to the New York area, it was after a period of my life when I said I would rather live in Afghanistan than live in New York. I was just a country boy growing up, didn't know the kind of love that this city had to offer. And 12 years in, I can't imagine myself living anywhere else now. I have become a member of this area. I love it. I have grown to love it. I wish it didn't cost as much, but I would have came here a lot sooner. I see why people always, whether it be hip hop artists, whether it be actors, I see why they always bring up New York as being what cut their teeth in life, being what helped shape them and mold them. I admittedly thought I would never be a part of this area, but now I can't see myself living anywhere else. So for me, my road less travel, it was just took me a little bit longer to get to an area I now love.
I love that. North
New York,
Jersey, baby! Right? Close to New York, Fredro. It's got to be North Jersey. I'm assuming it's North Jersey. Yeah.
It is. I'm 8 miles as a crow flies from Manhattan.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool. Nice.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Fredro, Jersey, Riddick, Jersey, Fort Lee, Montclair.
I was one of the first rappers to live in Fort Lee.
Absolutely.
But not even Fort Lee. I was right off River Road, man.
River Road. Yeah, that's
I'm on Route 4 all the time. I'm on Route 4 all the time.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Also helps Maven for media appearances when you're doing media out in New York as well, just to be able to.
Doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt at all.
Doesn't hurt.
The love is in New York, man. The love is gonna always be there for me, and you know, and now they show one thing you didn't lose your accent though. You still got the country twang, baby.
Yo, it ain't going anywhere.
That's right, man. Never lose that.
And here's what's crazy. When I go back to Virginia and I see my family, I'll be there about a week, and I'll come back. I'll start talking like them. And my girl, my girl's straight up Jersey. She'll always be like, I can tell when you've been with your family.
That's right. That's right.
Man, the road less traveled. Cool, man. Welcome to New York, my friend. I'm glad it's serving you really well. The same question I will ask for Fredro Starr. It's called the road less traveled. Fredro, if you were asked to pinpoint one specific moment in your life in which it served you well to take the road less traveled, what moment comes to mind and why? Whenever you are ready, the floor belongs to you, good sir.
Man, this, like you said, man, there's so many different roads and so many different ways you can go. I've done it. To me, I've done it all. I've been doing this thing for a long time. So I think the moment is now for me to travel a road that I've never been, and that is to preach the word of hip hop in a positive light. I've never done this before, but I feel like it's for me to do that. I'm the person to do that. I think hip hop right now is going in the wrong direction. When we started for the love of hip hop, it was like I said, it was for just to feel good. Now you go online, grown men talking about each other, going back and forth, disrespectful. Kids are sliding on each other. Rappers is going to jail. We shooting each other. Like, come on. We got to bring it back to where it really started. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push the culture forward, and this is the time to do it now. I'll be 55 years old this year. God willing, the God is chilling in April 18th. Hopefully I will make it there. And until I do, I'm just going to make sure people know that hip hop is ours. We got to protect it. If you love something, you're going to hold it and you protect it. If we love the culture, we got to protect it. We can't let it get from us. I love what guys like La Russell is doing. He's going straight to consumer, selling his product. He's not letting the corporate machine alter the way he deals with his business. That's what we got to get back to. We got to get back to the fans, get back to the love. They took Nipsey Hussle away from us. Nipsey Hussle was on his way to becoming a prophet of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, like what he would have been for hip hop. Nipsey Hussle could have saved the younger generation. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, look at rock and roll. Look at rock and roll. How many guys you could say got murdered in rock and roll or country music? None. How many guys is in jail for racketeering and country music and rock and roll? None. This is a cultural thing that we gotta get through. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta take it there. You know what I'm saying? My first single was "Throw Your Guns in the Air." You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was feeling at the age of 21. I can't send the same message out right now. I'm 55 years old with kids. My youngest son is 4 years old. I can't. You might hear "Throw Your Guns" at my show, even though it wasn't meant to kill people. It's still the wrong message to send out to kids nowadays. So me as an OG, you know what I'm saying? OG is for me to take it where I need to take it because I'm the OG here. You know what I'm saying? And I got kids coming up. My first album is older than some of these rappers right now. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I need to do. This is the road less travel with the spirit of hip hop. And this is what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm going to need the sponsors, Progresso, Nike, Coca-Cola, all these people who want to, deal with hip hop. We need that support because we gotta fight. We gotta fight. And we're going to need money to fight. So we're going to need the donations from spiritofhiphop.org. You can go on, make your donations. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something beautiful. And this is a worldwide thing, not just something that's in your hood or not. This is worldwide. Hip hop was worldwide. I got shows in Russia, Paris, Greece, Germany, wherever I see my people. And we all dress the same, look the same, act the same, speak the same, because we are the same.
I love that. Listen, how could I not get goosebumps when you bring that up? You just brought up something about how we dress hip hop, we wear hip hop. I thought of Jam Master Jay. I said he was the architect of hip hop because people forget even back in the day when you met someone and knew about the culture and what it represented. You think about some of his designs he came up with, like the Adidas, the Kangos. He made Run DMC cool. I mean, he really did. People need to know
Well, he
that.
made Adidas a $1 billion company.
Yeah, he did.
They would be wearing no Yeezys if it wasn't for Jam Master Jay. This is, you know what I mean? This is what it is. You know what I mean? When they was at Madison Square Garden, they said, take your shoes off, take your Adidas and put it up in the air. The whole Madison Square Garden had one Adidas. Adidas went through the roof. Yes. Run DMC and Jam Master Jay should have had a piece of the company.
There's no doubt, yeah.
Because they should have had at least 5% of the company. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, Jam Master Jay probably would still be here.
Amen to that, man. I mean, because hip hop used to look and walk a certain way, and it was pure. Hip hop had wardrobe. Then Jam Master Jay said, we can all dress the way we dress. And the way he kind of put that spin on everything, again, growing up in Queens, I remember that. It's not something you think about till you phrase it the way you did. But man, and you always give back too. I mean, you know, the barbershop, Nubu Tribe, like, you know, 86, you were there as a barber. And then, of course, opening up establishments in Queens to give back. You don't bring that up because you're humble, but I know what you've done, man, and it speaks a lot. And people in the neighborhood obviously are indebted to you for what you've done for them by giving it back the way you have. And then this goes to anybody, Maven, Riddick, and Fredro. I could do my best. I would love to be able to put you guys in touch if you want to with Progresso, because anything you guys stand for, I mean, I do too. That's why I want to do this network. Like, you don't take your contacts to the grave with you. Your coffin doesn't have pockets. You're not going to hoard your contacts.
That's right.
So help out. Why not? Put
The Egyptians tried. The Egyptians tried it.
They did. You're right about that. Maven. Mr. Riddick Bowe, we'll finish up with you, my good friend. Same topic for you. Yeah, my friend. Riddick, if you were to pinpoint one moment in your life in which it served you well to take the road less traveled, what moment comes to mind and why? Whenever you're ready, good sir.
I believe it was a day when I was in school, and the teacher brought on a tip about Muhammad Ali. We had to do an essay on it and things of that nature. So after we watched it, she let us talk about what we would do and what we wouldn't do. And there was a bullying class, and I guess this particular day was my turn. I said I like Ali better, and he thought I should change my mind. He said, well, I like Joe Frazier better. Okay, that's your opinion. And so anyway, he just kept on, and finally he just got in my face, and I cracked him, knocked him out. And the teacher said, you know what, you should go to the gym. And I went to the gym, and that changed my life.
Wow. And Avi, and I guarantee you that bully spent his entire life telling that story. That's the only time you talk about getting your ass whooped is when it was from the champ. When it was from the champ. When it was the champ that knocked it out. Knocked you out.
and that's such a story too, because like I think people see you guys and they're like, wait a minute, Riddick Bowe experienced bullying, or Maven or Fredro. It's like, how I want our audience to know that when you decided to tell that story you just told right now, Riddick, you don't tell it with any sort of bravado. Oh, I punched somebody out. What you're saying is that, you know what? There's always someone bigger than you. There's always someone stronger than you.
He was bigger than me. He was bigger than me at the time.
He was bigger than you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you probably prevented a bully from bullying others because of what you did to stand up for yourself.
Well, what he didn't understand or he didn't know, I got 12 brothers and sisters. I had to fight with them every day.
Right.
So it was
came in 12 deep. You
to
came
me.
in 12 deep, yeah. And by the way, Riddick, I want you to know something, man. I know all the traumatic turns that we talk about. You've been on the broadcast before, and you know, from your brother Henry and being diagnosed with AIDS and dealing with what happened to your sister Brenda from the mugging and all the injuries there. You still show up with a smile on your face, man. You welcome people. I've seen how you are with your fans. I see how you are with all of us, man. You're a really positive force when people who went through what you went through might not be as positive as you are, Riddick.
Right. But I love everybody. I can't stay mad because over here is someone wrong. I still have to live, so I choose to be happy.
I love that. And I'm going to steal your line, Riddick. You know something, Riddick? You're all right.
You all right.
You all right.
You're all right. Guys, I had a blast with you guys. I want all our viewers to know that when it comes to Mr. Fredro, there's the tunnel Man, oh man, Fredro, can you tell us a little bit about it? I know that you were talking about it with me off screen.
Yeah, like I said, man, you mentioned it in your intro. Forrest Whitaker discovered me as an actor. I didn't even think about becoming an actor. I went to an open audition and I did strap. That was luck, straight up. And, I've been on the other side for 30 years. I said, let me direct my own television, movie, series. And I chose the tunnel. There was a time I was going to the tunnel, and there was this projects by the tunnel called Chelsea Projects. And I cut through the projects, and they was chasing me in the projects, trying to rob me for my sneakers, my jewelry, whatever. So I made a TV series about the tunnel. These two kids from the suburbs trying to get to the tunnel. They cut through the projects. All hell breaks loose. He meets a girl in the projects. They fall in love. Bottom line, they get to the tunnel, and they have a great time. So it's coming out this year. It's called The Tunnel. My first time directing. Wow. Shout out to everybody involved with The Tunnel. Soundtrack is fire. So yeah, look out for that, man.
Hey, and the part of my childhood, Maven Riddick, is listen, when I was younger, it's time to get large. It's time to represent Sunset Park. What time is it? Man, oh man, that's gonna always stick with me, man. Maven, of course. I mean, listen, I am in awe. I stand in awe. I'm sitting, but trust me, I stand in awe when it comes to the work that you do. People talk metrics and numbers, well deserved, but the work that you do on your YouTube channel, I know you don't need it, but please mention it to our viewers. I want our audience to be able to become your audience because you put a lot of good out to the world, man. That comes from my heart.
Oh, thank you. We try. What I try to do is very simple. Make you a smarter wrestling fan and make you enjoy it along the way. I'm not asking for a lot of time. Most of our videos are between 8 to 20 minutes long. I am me. We talked about it earlier. I'm authentic. I'm not trying to play a character, play a role, be someone I am not. So I promise you'll leave smarter and you'll probably laugh along the way. So Maven Huffman on YouTube. Very simple.
Maven Huffman on YouTube. Yeah. And again, we're going to showcase all of the things that we have brought up regarding future projects and current of this amazing panel. Riddick, a movie coming out called Bowe. Am I not mistaken? There's a movie coming out called Bowe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, my life story.
Wow. I want to see that. I want to see that.
And listen, if anybody want to come around, just give me a call.
No.
Yo, when is the movie coming out? When can we see it?
Turn my camera off for that one. I'm cool, Riddick. I was kidding. I didn't mean to steal your line. Champ, I love you, man. You're always great when you're here.
Riddick,
bless you guys.
I don't want to step in the ring with you because, man, you're all right.
You're all right.
You're all right.
I love that. Anything you guys want to tell each other before I'm going to play Maven a tribute video? I'll ask him to stay on screen for 1 minute. I got a tribute video I kicked up for him. Then I got one for Fredro, also a minute, and Riddick Bowe. But anything you guys want to tell each other?
Just respect you guys, man. Just bless, man. Thank you for being here with us.
I don't want to say thank you. I have a policy. You guys want to know what the policy is?
What's that?
What's that?
Keep my name out your mouth. I'm going to keep my foot out your ass.
That's it.
I'm so stealing that. I am so stealing that.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Delivery, time, and precision. I love it. I love it.
Riddick, I'm stealing that. I am stealing that. Like 100%.
You guys all right.
Mr. Riddick Bowe, hang out backstage. And Fredro, please, my friend, I got a tribute video for you I want to play for you.
I want to see it. Come on.
It's coming up. I promise you, my friend. I want to play for you in about 1 minute. I got Maven's coming up. And then Mr. Fredro Starr with his video. This is kind of a trip down memory lane that I put together, Maven. I hope you enjoy it. This is From Me to You. Awesome. Yeah. Still holds record. Method Man.
Meth. Wow.
Looks good. Got the rock back there. all about.
That's my 6th grade class.
I love it. Toughen up winner, toughen up one. First.
Go on now.
What a journey. Ah, a drop kick around the world.
Baby. Viva.
Part of the tournament too.
Thank you. Wow.
Incredible. Well deserved. Man, I had such a great time knowing you, my friend. I think that match was one of the only times maybe your mom actually saw you live, if I'm not mistaken.
Only time.
Only time.
She saw one. She got to come to one show, and it's funny because the second picture you put in is the one and only picture I have. That one and only picture I know of that exists of both of my moms together with me.
Oh wow!
And
wow.
I'm glad you put that in there. Thank you. Yeah,
absolutely, my friend.
There was that 1977 time while both of them were still alive. So I don't have either of them now, so that means more to me than you know.
We got to know them through your stories and your heart, my friend. You've done a ton of these. I think your presence is a present, man. Did you had a nice time?
I did. I had a blast. I laughed. Well, you put me together with figures from my childhood.
Right.
Two guys I grew up with. Two guys that helped. Just helped mold the human being I am now, whether they know it or not. And we got to laugh. I got to semi get threatened by Riddick Bowe, which is pretty damn cool in the grand scheme of things.
I'll make sure the next appearance that we will remove the word semi from that.
Yeah.
It happened to me, so I know.
It's a blast. Anytime in life when you get to a certain age, you can do something you've never done. Take that opportunity. Take that opportunity.
I'm going to take that.
I had a blast.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being you, and I hope you have a great rest of the evening, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
Maven. Appreciate you. You too. What a class act, Fredro. Maven. Getting to know Maven here on the screen as well as you here tonight. It's been a blast because you guys are so authentic, man. Fredro, I gotta tell you.
That was dope. I was watching that video. I was like, wow, that second picture, he was diesel. I was like, oh shit. You can hear me because my mic was up. I was like, damn.
With Method, when he was with Method. Yeah, when he was standing.
Yeah, that picture was crazy.
Yes.
Damn, I gotta get. He make me. I gotta get in the gym, man. Shit,
man. But you were part of my childhood, man. He said how you guys were part of his memory lane.
I'm ready. Oh shit.
You are, man. Appreciate you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep, the barber. Right before the AMA Awards, before the victory.
Tupac, my brother. The big one. Lockers. Strap.
Yes. Alicia.
Mo.
Legend.
Ice-T. Rest in peace to Peter Green.
Sir, Little Freddie.
Wow, the Red Sox. Stay the Last Dance, the big one.
Yeah. GP.
Legend.
Legend.
Yeah, one of them London joints.
Oh, the big one too.
The manuscript. Yeah. Wow. You see a weed bandana? Marijuana. Always pro marijuana.
Yup. Put them down.
That was a great album right there. Slept on.
One of my favorites. Put them down.
Okay. Light it up. Usher, Super Bowl guy. The guy in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hello.
Big L. Big L.
Yep.
My big bro. Matter of fact, it's L's birthday today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Sunset Park.
Nothing hard in the yellow goose.
Yes.
Sunset Park, the big one. My dad, my brother, my nephew. Yeah, man. Douglas with 2 S's.
That's right, sir. Man, Fredro, I got to tell you,
Wow.
did you have a nice time, my friend?
I had a great time, man. It was good. You know, it was good, man. You know, just like you said, it's good to build with your peers in different parts of the industry, because he's a boxer, wrestler, rapper, actor. Like, we share the same. We share different worlds, but the same. And it was just good to just politic. And you, the point guard, you know, you like a magician. You know, you got it. You got the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? So you got the flavor. You know what it is. You part of the culture. It was natural.
Man, the moment I got bars that you're listening to is already you already made my life, man, because you have no idea. You bring it straight. The thing about you is you're a positive guy, but you also bring it straight. I know that. I could already tell. I feel like game knows game, champions know champions. But you know what, man? You've got a big old heart. I'm here for you as a friend anytime you need me, and I mean that. So please reach out if I can help you with anything, Fredro. Anything.
I will. You will be hearing from me.
You've got a great rest of the evening, my friend.
Love is love. Bless.
Love you, man. Much love to you, Fredro. Thank you for being you, man. Riddick Bowe, my friend. And guys and gals and pals, we have Maven backstage for a special segment as well. A special segment, which should be a lot of fun. Riddick, my friend, I'm going to play you a tribute video that I put together for you, if you don't mind. So this is kind of a trip down memory lane, Riddick, from me to you.
Okay.
Hope you could see it, my friend.
Yes, I can.
Yes, sir. Love it. Oh, thank you for your service. Will Smith, Fresh Prince. The champ. The champ. Yes. And he never left. Never. Jay Leno, Tonight Show.
How about that?
Mr. Letterman. All the kids play this game. Lennox. Kingsborough. Wow, look at I remember this moment. I remember this moment.
He ain't never been the same.
Wow. Wow. I don't do this for a lot of people, Riddick, but I applaud you.
Thanks so much, man. God bless him.
Thank you, my friend. You had a nice time, Riddick?
Oh, I had a wonderful time. You brought back so many memories.
You deserve it, man. And you're all right.
You're all right. God bless you.
You're all right. Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
I think this whole night was all right.
I think it was all right, more than all right, more than all right, like through the roof. All right, this is an amazing night. I'm so excited to be here.
I would agree with that. Miranda, did you guess our mystery competitors?
I was so excited because I guessed Maven. Oh my gosh, I just got that.
We already have one.
We do have a Raven, but now we have a Maven. And I am so excited that I guessed Maven correctly. Oh my gosh, because I dug deep.
Sure.
I dug deep for these mystery competitors tonight. I really did.
You have to. Obvious clues always make sense in the end, but when he gives them out at first, you're like, where is this going? So what was your process? Oh, just brief second, what was your process like to find out these clues just a little bit? And then we are getting into this match.
Oh, did you predict correctly, Giselle? The process, man.
Hey, gals and pals, I have to say this now because voting needs to begin now because only 2 out of 3 will move on. And remember the rules. Of course, Riddick Bowe, a second rounder. We saw him in round 1. He's 11th hour match, actually. We know Fredro Starr of Onyx fame. And, of course, Maven bypassed the 11th hour. They're in round 2. But, guys, stipulation is anyone who bypasses the 11th hour round and moves directly into round 2 is at a 12-point deficit. So Riddick Bowe still stands as the favorite. We'll see if that lasts. We'll see if it goes down. We need your votes. So, guys, in the comment section now, vote, because nowhere else will you have your voice be heard anywhere else but here. And not to mention the fact that where else will you see a panel this diverse? Where will you see a panel that hadn't even seen each other, read an article about one another, knew of each other, but never had a human experience with one another? Only here on TKN. Only here. And the topics, guys and gals and pals, will always be diverse, but we need to know why you voted for who you voted for. So put your thinking caps on. Give us a little bit of the whys. Give us the reasons why you voted for them. Giselle, Miranda will do the same. And remember, only 2 out of 3 move on to round number 3. Immediately following the results, which I will announce tonight, immediately following the results, we're going to have an outro because I'm getting goosebumps knowing there aren't too many matches left in round number 2. There aren't too many matchups left in round number 2. There's buckets of sweat that has gone into making sure round 2 has been presented in such a way for you. Buckets of sweat. Buckets of sweat. When round 2 began, people we love were still on this planet. When round 2 began, political strife and turmoil was obviously still at our doorstep, but not quite what we're seeing now. When round 2 began, nobody said that round 3 would ever begin. They said it couldn't be done.
Yeah.
But it's about to be done. Round 2 is about to be done. So what went into round number 2 is more than what you see on screen. Life, death, sweat, friendship, love. Round 2 has been life. So remind the masses that if they want to have their voice be heard and be part of the most positive community of all time, a palace of positivity, as I always refer to it as, bring them right here. Because you never know. A lot of our Tournament of the Judges participants started out the way you are right now in the comment section.
Right.
And look at them now. You never know, guys and gals and pals. But before any of that occurs, before round 3 begins, we still have quite the bonanza, an extravaganza, if you will, every single Saturday night, Wednesday night, and a special Thursday broadcast starring Miranda and Phil Justin as they go head-to-head, toe-to-toe. Miranda, of course, is not going to sell that now. Why? Because, unlike Justin over here, she's a pro. She's ready right now to call this match. So is Giselle. They'll break things down. They were backstage. They were taking notes. Riddick Bowe, Fredro Starr, and guys and gals and pals, Maven. All 3. Only 2 will move on. Giselle and Miranda, let's break this down. And guys and gals and pals, your votes in the comment section. Vote for topic 1 and topic 2 separately. And topic 2 separately. Guys and gals and pals, I'm going to get over right now to Giselle and to Miranda.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to.
I want to know what your notebook looks like right now.
It does.
It looks like mine. It looks like mine.
There it goes.
And we
Oh, we got our first vote here from Kenzie Thomas, first time viewer. Welcome, Kenzie. Fredro for Bowe. He was so passionate and really spoke from his heart. I agreed with so much he had to say and really related to him. Thank you, Kenzie, and thank you for being here tonight. We've had a great time. Your comments have been amazing throughout the entire night. Loved having you here.
PJ,
another first-time viewer. Maven for topic 1 and Fredro for topic 2. Each touched me with the things they brought up in both, but I related to Fredro more as a native New Yorker for topic 2. Understand that. Go ahead,
George
Miranda.
Fisher, topic 1, Fredro. Thank you, George.
Yeah, and let us know for topic 2 as well, George.
Yes, topic number 2 also. Okay.
Richard. Yeah, topic 1. Go for it.
Okay. Topic 1, I vote for Fredro Starr. His story and personality spoke to me and hit more than others.
Great.
Thank you,
and thank you for including the whys in there as well, Richard. We appreciate that very much. Phil. I'll take this one, Miranda.
Thank you.
I'm sure you have.
I love the depth, Phil. Thanks for the depth. Take it away.
Topic 1, Maven, and topic 2, Fredro. Phil, why don't you give us some whys in there? You have a match coming up this Thursday. Or Justin?
We don't know who he is from day to day.
Yeah.
Are you Phil? Are you Justin? Who are you?
We should probably know those whys. It might help him for Thursday, whoever he is. Yes. George, come on with topic 2 for Riddick.
Riddick.
Oh, for Riddick. Riddick is officially on the board. Yeah. Woo! Woo. And remember, both Maven and Fredro Starr are starting at -12.
Yep. So they got to get over 12 points.
Before they can even get to the positives. Go ahead, Miranda.
D-Man votes topic 1, Fredro, because his growing up story really spoke to me, and topic 2, Maven Huffman, because I love a role boy learning to love NYC. Yes. Once you go NYC, never go back.
And Bethany is in with her votes. I wrote Fredro, topic 1 and topic 2. Thank you, Bethany. And Safari is in with his votes. Topic 1 and 2, Fredro, in my opinion. Awesome. Thank you for being here week after week, Safari. Another person who's doing really great in workshops, as is Bethany. Take it away, Miranda.
Joe, for topic 1, I vote for Maven, and for topic 2, I vote for Fredro. I think each brought a unique spin to their lives and how life affected their positions. Thank you, Joe. That's great whys.
We love seeing the whys and the reasons that you're voting as well, because it tells us what spoke to you and what resonated with you. And Mark is in with his vote, Riddick and Maven, because Riddick is a great American and Maven made a great comeback. All right. Thank you very much, Mark.
I'm assuming topic 1, topic 2. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, you can clarify that if you want, but if we're on right on target, just let us know that.
Yes. Please do. George Fisher, Pedro is a personal legend, and the spirit of hip hop is huge in my life and for the planet in my mind. I agree with that.
Absolutely. Fredro Starr is my vote for topic 1. His story and personality spoke to me and hit more than others. Maven for topic 2. He was coming back strong with his answer. Thank you, Richard. Thank you. And
thank you.
Well, oh my gosh. I love seeing all of the familiar faces as well as all of the new faces. So thank you everyone for being here tonight and experiencing this. Oh goodness. And Lester is in time for topic 1. So I will vote for Fredro for topic 2. Thank you, Lester.
Thank you, Lester. Chad, I vote for Fredro in topic 1. I felt he had more points and clarity to the topic. And in topic 2, I vote for Maven. His words just spoke and resonated with me. Thank you, Chad. Chad always has good whys as well.
Oh my gosh.
And now I know Red Pill. I know your name is Richard now. So I can call you Richard.
Chad has good whys, and Chad will tell us a lot of those whys in his post. You think the TKN host have good posts? Keep abreast of Chad's posts. Super passionate.
Check out his posts.
Howard is in with his vote. Topic 1, Fredro. That deafening silence that settles in after his rise to fame, and how he painted that picture was vivid, touching upon depression and the value of love. I slam my vote for Fredro.
Bam. Topic 2, Maven, solid points and great clarity from Howard. Thank you, Howard.
And Eric is in with his votes. I vote Maven, topic number 1. Fredro, topic number 2. They both give me hip hop and wrestling 101 lessons, and that is what we do here at TKN.
Yes.
Who never even thought about being wrestling fans before, who are now totally into wrestling and into hip hop. And Miranda, take it away with Allison's vote.
Allison, I want to put my vote in for Fredro for topic number 1 and Riddick for topic number 2. Thank you, Allison. Another great
having you here every week. So cheery in the comments. So much energy. Super happy you're here.
Yes.
As always. We can't tell you how much your comments mean to us and to the competitors. It's not just the votes, it's there. Reverend Daka in with his vote.
Said it was difficult, but he's voting for Fredro for topic 1.
Topic 1 was hard. They're both hard.
So many great stories.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And we're only in round 2, and we're near the end of round 2, which means it's definitely getting harder. And then round 3 is going to be even more difficult.
I know. Oh my gosh. I can't. It's already so hard to vote now. I can't imagine in round 3 how difficult it's going to be to vote. And also, everyone, if I sound crazy, I have a cold. So I'm not crying. You're crying.
Or is it a stalling tactic because figuring out who to vote for is...
It could be. No, I'm just
saying always difficult. No. But it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. And that's the great thing, because we know that each person is going to say something that touches us. We know that each person is going to say something that resonates with us. And a lot of it comes down to some of what are your personal criteria. A big one is, did they stay on topic? Did they answer the question completely? Because I know what they're going to say is going to be brilliant and inspirational and wonderful and touching and moving and educational and all of the things we here at TKN encompass so much. So how do you choose when you already know that's going to happen? What else do you have to go with?
Right. It was very difficult to vote. If you want, I can go first, Giselle.
Yeah. Go for it. And as Beth is reminding us, non-biased voting.
Yes, non-biased. Boss's name for sure was Avi. I will say that. He got props from Fredro. So.
And then he even did some Papa Smurf bars.
85 bars. Oh, thank you, Kenzie. We're so happy you're here. Come back next time. Love to see you. That's awesome. Okay, so topic number 1. Oh man, such great stories. Maven speaking about how he turned his life around.
Miranda, guys, once you vote, stick around to find out who won, because I'm telling you right now, tallying this thing, one person's already well, actually they're both not at a deficit anymore.
Oof.
So things are getting real close right now between all 3. Because I've been seeing Fredro, I've been seeing Maven, I've been seeing Fredro, I've been seeing Maven, which is great. Vote any way you want, but all I'm saying is this thing got tighter. If you want to find out who you'll be seeing in round 3 starts soon, which means if 2 of these winners obviously move on, you may potentially see them as soon as March, April. They might have a 3rd round match coming up. They might be one of the first up for round 3. So find out who won and stick around for the outro. Show your love in the comment section so we know you're there right now. Let's make sure that Giselle and Miranda, 2 very strong competitors, guys and gals and pals, OGs as well, they're going to break things down. Then they'll give us their votes. So don't go anywhere. Keep commenting, and let's find out who won.
Thank you, Avi. So I'll try to make this brief. There's so much I could say. Topic number 1, Maven was talking about, how he was unemployed and he had moved from Florida to the New York area to restart his life, basically. And he got a job as a bouncer outside of a club, and that really humbled him. And he realized that even in his mid-30s, late 30s, that he could start his life over and still be successful, and that there's not just one path to success. There's so many different paths that we can take, and it can happen at any time in our lives. I thought that was really moving for me.
Yeah.
Fredro was talking about how he's from Brooklyn originally. He grew up in Queens, right? And he had a tough time after he rose to fame. He, didn't feel the love as much anymore. He was getting into substance abuse, into depression, suicidal thoughts, and he basically thought that his career was over, that things were over for him. And he went overseas to Greece, and he realized that there was a lot of love over there for Onyx. And that set him on a new path. And he found a new, I guess you could say, it reignited his passion. And he said something that really stuck with me. What he said was that, a lot of people feel suicidal, or they feel like they don't have anything to live for because they don't see the love, or they don't feel the love, but that the love is out there. They don't see it, but when they do see it, it can change their lives. And he saw the love and it changed his life, which I thought was really inspirational. And then Riddick was talking about how 5 years ago, it was the lowest point of his life. He turned to Jesse Jackson for advice. And there was a lot of fights that he was not proud of in his life. And Riddick has just been through a lot. He is so resilient and he is so powerful inside and outside as well. My vote for this topic, though, would have to go to Fredro. His passion just shined through. You can tell how passionate he is about hip hop and how he went through so many struggles. Even when he first started out, rapping in New York, he said that he had to basically rap for his life. He was in such dangerous situations trying to get himself out there. So that was really inspirational to me.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I'm going to give my vote right away because topic one, no question, it is definitely going to Fredro. He gave us so much of his history and how he got there and what he saw. And he did include who he would ask for. So we've got who he would ask advice from, but his stories about, Jam Master Jay, his stories of starting here and going to Greece. Another reason Greece has so much meaning for a lot of our competitors. Some have been, some haven't, some have always wanted to go. Some want to go for athletic reasons, some want to go for theatrical reasons. And now we have someone with this personal connection to Greece, which is going to make him work harder to win, but that's not why I'm voting for him. I really think he gave the most complete answer for topic one. Maven and Riddick were also both wonderful, hearing their pasts and their histories and how they've gotten to be where they are and what they've been through, how they're able to analyze that and distill that and bring that into the questions and the topics, and then have conversations with Avi and each other. And we're going on and on all night and all night. Oh. Yeah. Topic one, a lot easier than topic two. Fredro Starr, no question.
Yes. Topic number two. And an amazing game of I'd Pay, by the way. Yeah. I loved it. Topic number two. Maven was talking about moving to New York. Again, Fredro was talking about the spirit of hip hop and how he wants to bring that more into a positive light.
Why don't you read that, Miranda, for a second? Why don't you read that?
Oh, Mad Catter says, "Get out of here, Justin."
Oh,
I agree with you, Mad Catter. I can't say anything about that. We'll see what happens on Thursday. I'm very confident that he will be out of here.
If you win on Thursday, Miranda, Justin, Phil, both are gone from the tournament and TKN.
I want to give a shout out right now to Richard, guys. Richard, shout out to you. I'm going to right now kind of lift the curtain a bit. Workshops, they're free every Friday and Monday. Monday with a TKN host, some that you see before you right now, on a Fridays, by the way, guys, with some of the engine members like Richard. You're doing a great job. Hang in there. Big shout out to you, Chad, as well, guys. As Giselle and Miranda brought up, your posts are amazing. Multiple posts per day from Chad, who really bleeds TKN. We appreciate him and what he stands for. So shout out to you guys as well. I see you all there in the comment section. Bethany, you got a warm heart. Allison, your spirit is incredible. We appreciate all of you always hanging in here to the very end. Lester is here as well. Lester, you rock. Love your videos. And to all our new viewers who are popping in, a lot of you don't comment because you're shy, but we like having over 1,000 strong watching. And then, of course, we're happy to say that we're getting the word out. 6-figure views, the last 24 episodes that appear under the live section of our channel. 81,100 subscribers, and, of course, an average over 126,000 views now. Not to mention, as of tonight, 159 Hall of Famers and award winners from the world of sports, music, film, television, and anywhere else you could imagine. So, yes, let's give a shout-out, guys, to everyone, to all of you, and give it up to Giselle Miranda, who are doing their thing, as always, breaking things down, doing it live. That's how we thrive. So please continue. I'll zip the old lip. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Me a little bit of extra time to gather my thoughts for topic 2.
Right. So Fredro is talking about the positivity in hip hop, how he wants to bring it back to a more positive light, and how he realizes that in the past, maybe some of his lyrics could have been interpreted in a certain way by the younger population, and he wants to make sure that the younger population knows to keep things more positive, to keep the light, and to get back to what hip hop is really about in the long run. And Riddick giving us a really interesting story about how he basically got into boxing with a kid who was bullying him in class, and he knocked him out. And the teacher told him to go to the gym. He went to the gym, started doing his boxing thing. That was really, really interesting.
Unsung hero in that story is absolutely the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm capable of talking without rhyming. You have to stay tuned, Mad Catter, to find out. But seriously, unsung hero in that story is the teacher, not punishing them, not recognizing where this is coming from and what the strengths are, and saying this will help you, and directing Riddick to the gym, putting him in that direction, and it changed his life.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was so amazing. It turned a negative situation into something that was so positive. And like Maven was saying, I think Maven said this, that whoever that kid was that he punched in the face is probably telling this story to this day, until the end of time, that he got knocked out by Riddick Bowe. That I would tell that story until the end of time. And, you know, that story really resonated with me and moved me. So I'm going to give my vote to Riddick for this topic number 2.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh no. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
In about 2 minutes, Giselle's going to finish this, because in 2 minutes' time, we're going to announce who moved on to round number 3, guys and gals and pals. And just take this in again, please. Riddick Bowe started with a plus 12 deficit. With a plus 12 advantage, while Maven, guys and gals and pals, along with Fredro Starr, were at a negative 12, a deficit of 12. How about that? We don't know just yet. I can see based on the numbers, it's getting real close. But we've never seen 2 advance ever by bypassing the 11th hour. We've never seen 2 advances in a second round match after they bypassed the 11th hour. That could happen tonight, which would be a game changer. I'm not telling you if it is. All I can say is it's real close. The votes are being tallied, and I guarantee you the results are going to come in about 2 minutes, and we're going to find out, again, who advances to the 3rd round. And if you need to know how much they want this, all you have to do is play this thing back. This is going to stay, guys. We ask you to re-comment again, because with YouTube, of course, you're commenting in the live section now on the right-hand corner of your screen. For most people, once this broadcast, guys and gals, is off air, you'll still see it under the live section. Re-comment, and make sure you tell your friends to do so again. Fredro Starr said it's not even a question on winning this thing. Maven said, I want to be in here if I wasn't here to win it. And Riddick Bowe said, hey, if you don't think I could win this thing, I'll fight you. And I don't want to fight Riddick Bowe. So, guys,
no.
None of us do. So, Giselle, pressure's on. Your vote. Let's find out.
Best place to be in ever. Pressure's on. Topic 2, real close.
Sure.
That's right. But best place to be in ever, because again, did you hear their answers? They really put a lot of thought into this question, and what is the road less traveled, and is that something personal? Is that something more universal? How do you take that? Where do you take that? Oh my gosh, yes. Maven recognizing he can love a place he never thought he could. Fredro Starr preaching the word of hip hop in a positive light, and it was it really was started to be that way, and to give a voice, to have this certain voice and this certain soul and this certain energy be heard. And look what it's become now. It's an entire form. It's music, it's dance, it's everything. And his passion and his energy are unbelievable. And Riddick's story, how he got into boxing, and man, if that teacher had instead kicked him out of class or kicked both of them out, or any small difference, and he wouldn't be the Riddick Bowe we know. But topic 2 for me goes to Fredro Starr again. The way he speaks about hip hop and what that can do for you and what that did for him, and how he wants to give it back, how he wants to give back to the generations and teach them the history of hip hop as well as pushing it forward, because to move forward, you have to know what happened in the past. That part really touched me. So
yeah.
Topic 2, Fredro Starr.
Awesome. Thank you, Giselle.
Well, guys, gals, and pals, that means that the outro is coming up, but it also means that we're going to find out who won this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who advanced? Who advanced to round number 3? Our fellow TKN hosts are in the back. If they want to pop in, they'll give me the thumbs up. If not, they can wait for outro. It's up to them. But let's bring in Joe Rositano, who's ready to go. You're ready to go right now.
Bring me in.
Yeah.
Yeah. To our
Over
host,
here, like,
to our host, if you want to jump in, give me the thumbs up. You could jump in right now. You could find out on screen who won, who advanced, and then it's outro time. Let's read some of your comments right now. Yeah, a couple of Joes here.
Yeah.
Right, got Joe. A lot of Joe fans. No, Sylvester. Finger. No. I promise you. I was more a Demolition Man fan around that time. When it comes to Stallone, I mean, we got some. So no cliffhanger, which means no Stallone. And then Riddick Bowe said no Stallone as a boxer earlier. How about that? He said, I can't see Stallone as a heavyweight. That's what Riddick Bowe said.
He's absolutely not.
Like him.
What Riddick Bowe should have said was, but he's too humble to say it is, no, I couldn't see Stallone and, I don't know, 2.5 billion people on this planet boxing in the ring with me. He probably meant that. Because I don't think anybody could stand toe-to-toe with Riddick Bowe.
No.
More of your comments, guys. There's no cliffhanger. We're going to find out right now who advanced to round number 3. Give me one moment to read some of your comments here. Lester, I see you there as well. Matt Catter's in the house, popping in at the 11th hour tonight. All these guys, yeah, their passion was on full display. Absolutely. Hashtag boxing. I also was a Larry Holmes fan. I remember you were always rooting for Larry Holmes back in the day. Bethany, Richard, now I see your comments. Yeah, we're here. We're live. More. And then we're going to find out who won. I'm going to ask our audience. Maybe we should wait 2 weeks to find out who won. What do you think, guys, in the comment section? Let's wait 2 weeks.
No.
I don't think that's such a problem.
You can.
You said now.
Right.
You said now.
Why not?
You said
Listen. Let me ask you this. Would you love to find out who won tonight? I use the word love. Would you love to find out who won tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If we wait 2 weeks, we can find out on Valentine's Day. You see, it makes sense. We'll find out, guys. What do you think, guys? Should we find out in the comment section? Should we find out on February the 14th? Want to know now? And look, here's the emoji too. He's kind of pointing at me. Let's go now. Let's go tonight, says Pete. All right.
Thank you.
Tonight, says Chad. Tonight, damn it. Never argue with a Canadian. Avi no, Bethany. Avi no. Ahora, now in Spanish. Ahora. Yes, I know.
Ahora.
All right, guys. George, let me begin to this confidence. Thank you, George. We appreciate your passion. Thank you so much for enjoying the show. One of the bliss that exists in this and every single second that you let in, so come on and let it in. Thank you. Absolutely. Kenzie Thomas, Thank you as well. Lester says tonight. Kenzie says tonight. Allison's, I'm ready to learn tonight who advances. Okay. We must listen to Allison, says Richard.
Yeah.
We have to. I think you guys are going to find out. Eric says no, but then the O's fade. Oh, like that. No. Okay, guys and gals. Thank you, George. Always love a good cliffhanger, but you won't get one, I promise you. We're going to find out. We're going to find out now. How about that? And then we're going to move right into the outro. Are you guys in anticipation?
Yes.
Okay. To our TKN hosts in the back who want to pop in, let me know now. Give me a thumbs up so I can see you back there. How about this, guys? Unmute your microphones, please, if you can. Thank you so much. We got Pete in the house. Pistol Pete, what's up?
Pete!
Good evening, everybody. I cannot wait to find out who won tonight.
Right, there is no video, but there are photos.
Oh.
So, guys, top vote getter tonight. I won't say another word until we see the photo. But then again, February 14th, it's only a couple of Saturdays away. Now I'm thinking about it, right, guys? Now I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's time to announce that our top vote getter tonight was Fredro Starr. Unbelievable odds. He defied. Give it up for him.
Wow.
Slam. You know it. He moves on to round number 3. Quite the story he told. Been getting to know Fredro, and I love his passion and energy. He does not care about who you are, where you come from. Guy's super positive. Wears his heart on his sleeve. First time I remember seeing Fredro in a film, it was Sunset Park. Guys and gals and pals, if you remember that, from 1996. He was coached by... Who was he coached by? No?
He said it tonight.
Rhea Perlman was his coach.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Looking through it.
He is the top vote getter, guys and gals and pals. So he moves on. What do you guys think?
That's awesome.
Amazing. Well deserved.
Very well deserved.
Well deserved.
His passion put him over.
But it was much more than his passion. He spoke clearly. He spoke eloquently. He knew exactly what he was going to say and how he was going to answer these questions. And he did this with the passion backed it up. The substance was
100% it did. 100%.
The passion backed it up. And I am not surprised at all that Fredro Starr is the top vote getter tonight, even with a deficit of negative 12.
That's amazing. That is
huge.
Unreal.
Unreal. All right, guys. We know Fredro's moving on to round number 3. Do we want to find out who moved along with Fredro?
Yes. Yes. Give it to him. Oh my gosh.
Moving on to round number 3, along with Fredro Starr, will either be Riddick Bowe or Maven Huffman. Once again, one vote separated these two.
Wow.
Gosh.
Wow.
One vote. Maven was at a 12-point deficit. Again, he bypassed the 11th hour. We know that.
Yeah.
Picture is worth 1,000 words, so let me zip my lip again, guys and gals, because moving on to round number 3.
Oh, wow.
History has been made. History has been made, guys. We've never, ever. How about this for a soundbite? Let me clear my throat so we can get this somewhere and it could pop up in some sort of compilation video. History's been made. Ever seen two competitors bypass the hour and in their second round matchup. Riddick Bowe was up 12, still wasn't enough. Guys and gals and pals, the first thing I ask you to do, because we're TKN over here, and we salute everyone who shows up here gracefully and shares everything that they have with all of us. Give it up to Riddick Bowe. Give it up to Riddick Bowe. Give it up to Riddick Bowe. He's a champ.
Riddick.
He's a champ, and we know it. He's a champ, and we all know it. Riddick Bowe, guys, we'll see him in some capacity again. He and I are talking about having a show. We'll see how that goes, guys and gals and pals. But how about history? History's just been made. We've never seen two people again bypass the 11th hour, go right into round number 2, despite a 12-point deficit, and move on to round number 3.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing! I can't even believe it.
That's insane. Insane. I would have never have thought that. That's crazy. Crazy. That's
never been done. It's never
Well,
been
once they started responding to these topics, I was like, this is gonna be close. I was like, this is gonna be really, really, really close.
I think I thought the same thing once I started seeing the votes in the comment section about 2 minutes later, Miranda. And I agree with Chad. I think I know a man who can post or put up a video about this. And that's Chad himself. Chad is the man for the hour. Guys, I don't want to put pressure on him, but sometimes he puts amazing posts even after the show. You never know. So when the clock strikes midnight, if you're still on a high like we are, that performance high after a show, hey, sometimes you might see something from Chad. If not, I guarantee you can fill up the comment section as much as you'd like and re-comment, because right now it's outro time, guys and gals and pals. I'm not going to say it. I think our buddy in the back will say it, so I'm going to make sure he gets his stuff ready so he can tell us what time it is officially. But more comments from all of you. Thanks, Riddick. Riddick did an amazing job.
Yes.
Shocker. Okay, was a
shocker.
It
is. Yes.
So, guys, again, I'm going to say this verbally in case some of you dip out, but this Wednesday night, the tournament of the judges continues. Julio got a much-deserved win. If you hear us and watch us later, Julio, birthday shout-out to you. Happy birthday. Eric Sullivan, you had a birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to Eric. A few days before that, Safari, happy birthday. So Engine members sharing your birthday with you, giving you some birthday love. But remember this, guys, Wednesday night might not be as much love in the house. Why? Because we have some fierce competitors in the form of Ralph, Julio, David, and Sebastian. And again, Julio picked up a much-needed win. He has his 3rd. Sebastian has 3. David has 3. Ralph has 6. 1st to 10 wins and gets a very plum spot, the final spot in the TKN Celebrity Tournament, where they could face the likes of potentially down the road of a Fredro Starr or a Maven. Maybe there'll be a Maven and a Raven match. You never know.
Yes.
I'll tell you this much, guys. Thursday night is going to be one for the ages, because if you've seen Miranda and Justin, you haven't just seen a match. You've seen a scrapbook. A scrapbook. Because what is present becomes past, and their past, guys and gals and pals, is filled. It's filled. Page after page after page has been documented. And in the annals of TKN, in the history of TKN, we've seen so much being told about the underdog and the human spirit. Well, guess what? That's great. But when it comes to Justin and Miranda, it seems like it's about survival. It seems like it's getting down to the point where the blood can't boil as much as it's boiled already. This thing is beyond personal. There have been a lot of people that have been pulled into this thing. They're the only best of 9 series right now. And right now, Miranda leads 4-3. If Justin wins his next match, he'll tie the series at 4, which means it'll be up to 1. It'll be down to 1 match. 1 match that will call the winner, and 1 match will decide who the loser is in this series. Yes, 1 will lose, 1 will win, to put it bluntly. 1 will move on to round number 3, 1 will not. Per the stipulation, if Justin loses this series, he's also banished from TKN. So there is that. But that happens this Thursday night. A special Thursday edition of TKN, guys and gals and pals. 1 matchup, 2 topics, maybe more. Justin and Miranda, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, live. And then, of course, next Saturday night, it is another TKN Celebrity Tournament match. It will not be a team challenge, but if you watch this outro, you'll find out. You'll be the first to find out which matchup will be airing live next Saturday night, guys and gals and pals. So with that, I turn it over. Well, there's a couple more comments here I want to bring up. And then I'll turn it over to our outro man, so you can tell us what time it is. Salute to everyone. Yes, 100%.
Thank you, Richard.
The Fab Four. Ralph, David, Julio. Great panel. Randa, Giselle, Joe, Peaceful Pete, and the great host Avi and the whole TK network and staff behind the scenes. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
That as well. Wild West Wednesday. Yes, that is the Black Box on Wednesday night. Guys, it's absolutely free, so the best thing you could do is if you want to pay us back, don't send us a dime. We don't have time. We don't want money. We want your sweet love and honey. So just tell your friends and family to join us live every Wednesday and Saturday night. When will Michael Jordan be on TKN? That's a really, really good question.
Whoa.
When he accepts the invitation, I asked him, per the stipulation is he has to play me one-on-one, but he hasn't on it back yet. I take that as if there's some nervous energy going there.
Doesn't want to lose.
I think it's time right now, guys, for us to find out who's on next Saturday. I think it's time for us to find out who's in the top 5 because there aren't too many matchups left. We still have some big guns. I think right now that it's, what time is it? I can't remember. Damn it. I just had it. I just had the answer. So remind me right now. What time is it?
It is outro time, baby! Yeah!
Obsession's going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Is it all you ever think about?
You have to be wrong or have an attitude of humility in those spaces in order for you to grow and to be a better person.
At that time, we didn't have rappers that we could look up to or aspire to. My heroes were the ghetto stars. I wanted to be like Fat Cat, Bimbo, any of those cats that I saw at that time from afar.
My brothers were a big part of my career and my parents, and they always supported me. And then my older brother, the oldest brother actually, unfortunately, passed away 2 years ago to a drug overdose. The biggest thing I would say from that would be realizing that you're not able to save everyone.
Sustain a great lifestyle and have, financial freedom and all that. So I have to say, I've been blessed and it's been amazing. And I've had a lot of great opportunities come my way. So.
They were a tough team to beat. And the NFL or the NFC at that time was pretty much dominant, in the mid to late 80s. And I think they would have, the Giants did them beat, I think, the Bills in the Super Bowl that year. I'm sure the Niners would have taken care of them as well. But
you could be losing, but there's always something that you can learn, even though you're losing, that you never give up. You give it your all on every play, and that's what he taught us.
Here we are. We're always saying, I love this, by the way, that the two men running for president are too old. Well, I'm 89. After they finish their 4 years, they won't be as old as I am now.
I developed a hobby quite a few years ago. And the hobby is that I appear in small, teeny little roles in films under another name.
I don't know what to make. I look at my country today and I have a hard time recognizing it. And at the same time, it's almost like an oxymoron because I'm reliving things over and over again.
I was in the Navy on active duty for 4 years, then 2 in the reserves, of course. Mayor, 4 years. Governor, 4 years. So 4 years is kind of
the limit for me, and then I start looking for something else to do, some other mountain to climb, some other hill to roll down.
All right, guys.
Klein.
And also a huge announcement that no one knows about. No one. On air next Saturday night. He announced it. Me announcing for Alex Lago, for Brother Joe, for Giselle, my buddy, tune in Wednesday night for the Black Box. And then Thursday night, Miranda, are you taking it home? Will Justin be eliminated?
He will be eliminated. I am taking this all the way home.